Welcome to the 2A Brotherhood podcast.
Proudly sponsored by Goliath Defense and Cock Firearms.
We're gonna get sued.
How copy over.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 2A Brotherhood podcast. Dude, thank you guys so much for joining us, man. We hope you guys are having an awesome week. We're just going to kick off this weekend with we're going to kick off this week's podcast. We have a special guest with us today, returning champion, Tyler Tharp. He's the owner and lead instructor for Synergy Training Group. Please, for everybody who hasn't seen our last podcast, with you, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yeah, man. Tyler from Central Mississippi. Do the traveling thing when I can. I own Synergy Training Group. SynergyShooting.com is the website, and then Synergy Training Group on all the socials and whatnot. Yeah. So, guess what? I am now the general manager of Big River Ballistics and Pelahatchie Firearms. So.
Oh, wow!
Oh, yeah, brother!
Congratulations, Big River Ballistics.
Yep, Big River Ballistics. So, big Central Mississippi training range, mostly long-range precision style range. But of course, we'll do the pistol and carbine thing, dedicated rimfire, skeet and trap, all the fun stuff.
Hell yeah!
I'll be posting these in the chat for anybody who wants to check it out. But that's really exciting, man. How did you just kind of fall into that, or what happened?
So, you know, as well as y'all know, like the training community is pretty small. Like there's really not that many people out there that give a dang about shooting and training as much as we do. Well, one of the guys that's local to me ran Pelahatchie Firearms and was he got, not drafted is the wrong word, recruited back into the previous field that he was in. And anyway, long story short, the owner of these two companies basically hired me to take over for the transition and then the merger of the two. So here I am trying to make all that happen.
Hell yeah, brother!
Wow, man, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, I'm posting that in the chat right now. Also, you can find us on Kick. You can find us on Riverside, Rumble, iHeart, Apple, Amazon, Spotify. And like I said in the intro, we are sponsored by Goliath Defense and Cocked Firearms. You check out their website. You can use promo code 2AB to get 10% off site-wide, up to and including a Barrett 50 cal. So go ahead and check them out. All right. So now we got all that fun stuff out of the way. So what's it been like, Tyler? Like for competition since we last had you on? Any big wins?
Oh yeah, I won state champ in production.
Hell yeah!
Back in May.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. Just by the way,
broke out the old iron sights and rode the struggle bus for 2 days. And
the struggle bus.
Oh my God, I don't ever want to shoot iron sights again. That was miserable. This stud of a guy from Arkansas came down and just put like 7% on top of me. But because he was from Arkansas, I got the state champ title. So I got second overall in production. Man, and chasing that guy was a lot of fun. I shot all day on Friday because it's my home state and I'm close to where we have our state match. So I shot all day on Friday and got to RO Saturday and Sunday. So I got to watch his progression and his scores going through. I was like, this son of a gun, dude. If he does not make a major mistake, he's going to beat me. And sure enough, man, he kept it together. He laid it down, did great. He got me by I think it was 7 or 8%. So kudos to him. I don't remember his name, but I remember meeting him. And he's a bigger guy than me, not like big fat or anything, but just taller in stature and very athletic and all that. Anyway, hats off to him. Son of a gun, took my number one spot.
Hey, you end up running.
Was his name Josh Morgan?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Josh is
No.
from Arkansas.
Oh yeah, I
I
forgot.
can I can pull up practice score real quick and let you know while we're chatting and all that.
Yeah, because he this week Josh Morgan is with Eric. He's actually staying with Eric in Kansas, and they're
Mhm.
He's
No,
shooting
not
up
here.
there. Yeah, not here, Kansas.
Ben Bell is his name.
Okay.
Oh no, he got me by 10%. That son of a gun.
Kansas.
We got to track him down. Invite him on the show.
Not in Kansas anymore.
Hey,
Have you had
hey,
any embarrassing losses?
I got
Yes, but I'll have
DQ'd.
to think about it. I'll come back to you on that one.
All right.
I'm,
Talked
I'm
about some
more
cool
than-
That was
wins,
a
but
really
you know.
good answer, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just playing with you, man.
I try to categorize all that shit in my head, man. You know, focus on the wins, learn from the losses, move on.
Exactly. That's all you can do.
All right. Well, let's just take a second and let that one sink in.
Take a sip of whiskey on it.
Mm,
Oh no.
don't mind if I do.
Well, I think
We lost
Dimitri
D.
might be having some technical difficulties, but that's okay. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
So, man, I was gonna bring up. Well, I'll wait till Dimitri gets back. Let's see, right here. It's one of those things.
So any big shoots coming up that you're excited for?
Frick no, man. Now that I'm in charge of all this stuff,
You don't got time for it?
I probably won't get to shoot a match until next year.
Dang.
Oh shit, man. Let me rephrase. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. So I'm going to Ohio Range Day next month, and I'll be taking a DMR class with Ridgeline Defense and a pistol class with oh crap. I'm having the worst brain fart right now. The freaking
Just let it out.
dude
Just
that
let it out.
has Spec Train Performance.
Just let it out. Let the fart release.
Billy Barton. Lord have
There
mercy.
you go. See? There you go. I walked you through it.
And then I'm teaching all the carbine stuff at the Guardian conference, and I got invited back to teach at the Girl in the Gun all the carbine stuff up in Colorado next year. So next month is gonna be wild with our grand opening for the range, Guardian conference, and Ohio Range Day. So
Heck yeah. There you go.
all the miles.
Busy, 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 huh?
Yeah.
So do I get an honorary range membership?
How far are you from me?
I'm in Maryland.
Yeah, come on down. Anytime you want to shoot, anytime you want to make that 1,200-mile ride, come on.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I can get you out to just shy of a mile. So if you do want to make the trip down, man, and we'll get you in the tower and we'll shoot 12 or 1,600.
Oh shit, man. Now you're talking some cool shit.
I got a recently I got a Craddock Mark 12 barrel in where so the barrel's like freaking it's a chunk. It doesn't
Yeah.
require the AEM collar because the barrel is so big. They turn it down towards the end to be the indexing collar. So the barrel itself is the collar, and then
shit.
the last of it, the threads is the threads for the AEM can. So no muzzle device needed, nothing. You just direct thread on an AEM 5. And so anyway, I'm slapping that sucker together in some ADM receivers, and I think I'll go with the ripcord rail with the little section of ARCA towards the receivers, and take that to the Ridgeline class next month if I can get it together soon enough.
Hey man, sounds like that's gonna be a hell of a shoot.
Yeah, do like a little improved, modernized Tyler's version of a Mark 12.
There you go. Yeah, man. I know what you mean though about being busy and stuff. I've been so packed with stuff this summer. I haven't even had time to really shoot this summer.
That
It's
sucks,
like,
man.
yeah, with birthday parties and kids stuff and work,
You said you work until like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Not all the time, but we've been particularly busy recently,
Hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's been a hectic few weeks for me. So yeah,
Oh,
And
speaking of
then gotta make
losses,
some. Yep.
there's D.
Welcome
I
back.
just remember my losses that you asked about.
yeah.
So
Nice
we did a classifier match a couple weekends ago, and I had to teach help teach a medic class or just a first aid stop the bleed class.
Hmm.
So, and it happened to be at the classroom that was on the range with the match, so it worked out great. Anyway, so I roll up, and me and the match director are good friends. And I said, "Hey man, I got to do a shoot through because I got to go teach." He's like, "Yeah, no problem." So I roll up on stage one, which is can you count, which it's there's 4 targets. The one on the outers have other half no shoots, and then the ones in the two in the middle are wide open.
Hmm.
And so it's 2 strings, draw 5 to 1, reload 5 to 1, then reset, and then again same thing 5 to 1, 5 to 1. And I roll out a GM run on the first one of the day. I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's keep this going. Four or five more to go. And the next one, I roll out like a B class run. I'm like, what the freaking crap, dude? Like, I fumbled a reload. I started shooting things one handed that didn't require one handed shooting. Like my brain was just like it. My brain worked fantastically on the first stage, and then the next three, it completely left the chat. It was nowhere to be found. I don't know
Yeah.
who was shooting, but it did not feel like me. So anyway,
Pat, is this real?
Can we get a verified?
I rolled up with a like an 83 percentage on limited optics.
Sounds like
Rolled back out with an 83 percentage. Like
Sounds
all my other runs did so bad that it washed out the GM run.
sounds like you overworked your brain, man.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I could have done that GM run and just said, I'm done for the day, and left, and I'd be at high master class right now.
In that stop the bleed class, you're not supposed to put the tourniquet around your head, right?
Says who?
I heard it goes around the throat, right?
Yeah.
Get shot in the head. You got to put it around your throat.
The only way you stop the bleeding.
Oh, man.
That's how you stop a brain bleed.
So, so from the stop the bleed class, can you go over what you guys did on there, Tyler?
So I'm not the main instructor. My buddy Wes is. He's he's an OG paramedic. And it was just an open. It wasn't an open enrollment, but it sort of was. It was mainly for the range crew, the people like that work at the range, the board, and all that. And so it was first aid, CPR, AED, and some stop the bleed stuff. So just dipping your toes into being a well-rounded first responder to buy time until a paramedic gets on scene, EMT or paramedic gets on scene. Hey, do chest compressions, quality CPR, get the first responders alerted and on the way. Make sure you're remembering all the specific details. You can give a good report. Use the AED as soon as you can get it. Don't put egg whites on burns because apparently that's a thing, or mustard. Where do people come up with these dumbass home remedies for people that burn themselves? Like, oh, I got the mustard. Hang on, here to save the day. Like, where the hell does this shit come from?
I
Listen,
never
I've
heard
put
of
mu-
mustard before.
I've been putting mustard on my burn since 1983. Okay, you shut your mouth.
You weren't even born then, dude. No, I never heard mustard before. I know, like, growing up in Albania, if I ever burned, I was a little pyro when I was little. So I'd start fires all over the neighborhood in Albania, and I'd get burned, and I'd run home, and then my mom would always put baking soda on it. I don't know if it did anything. It hurt.
I bet. Yeah, sounds like it hurt. Number,
You know, it's
number
a-
one rule for burns: stop
You know,
the
it's a-
burn.
You know, it's a good first aid trick that I like to do whenever I'm doing. If someone's non-responsive, I just tickle their armpits.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You're
That's
supposed
a
to ask
fucking
for
joke.
permission.
Yeah, you do
You're
have
supposed
I
to ask
never-
for
you have to
permission.
ask for
I
consent.
never asked for permission.
My wife, dude, she's so irritated that I'm not ticklish like anywhere. And
Me too.
I even act like I go to like I just do this, and then she's like starts twitching and shit. It's hilarious.
There was no physical contact. Already twitching.
I have to fake it so hard for my daughter whenever she tries
Really?
to tickle me. Yeah, she loves tickling, and every time she does, I have to fake it so hard.
That's how you know you're a good dad, man. That's awesome.
I tell you.
Yeah, if you get sons, my youngest is going through the stage of only wanting to be with his mom right now, and I can't even take him to the potty. I picked him up to take him to the potty because he's like, I have to potty, and he starts clawing my eyes out, dude. He grabbed my glasses, threw them on the ground, and is going like this, like in my eye sockets. I'm like, why do you know this? Where did you see this? That you like your first instinct is try to claw my eyes out, dude.
Not the mama. Not the mama. You don't remember those little cartoon thing from like the early '90s with the little dinosaurs?
What, the Land Before Time?
Ah, no, but it was like this weird little dinosaur intro thing to like other. I don't even remember what movie it was the intro to, but it was the little baby dinosaur, and the dad was trying to help, and the little baby dinosaur would throw a fit and say, "Not the mama, not the mama." I cannot remember what the heck that's from, but it was like early '90s. Yeah,
one?
that. How are you so good at this?
Not the mama.
See,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You're so goofy looking. Are these puppets or?
Yeah,
what is that called?
Oh, I don't know.
I think the
Ugly.
show is called Dinosaurs.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
Dinosaurs
Dinosaurs.
TV show.
that's it. Michael
Wow.
Jacobs.
I guess it was like a
God.
sitcom.
91 to 94. See,
Damn,
Oh.
bro, she's a baddie, for real. Like, look at them eyes.
Bro. He's got the flannel. He's got.
That's a
I was
real-
gonna say John Goodman.
That's a real man's man right there.
kind of reminds me of Flintstones. Who was the guy that played like the actual movie, like where like real
Oh,
people were
John
in the
Goodman, right?
Flintstones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it was two different dudes. John Goodman was one of them
Yeah.
that played Fred. I forgot the other guy's name. He played the one with Holly Berry in it.
Halle Berry was in a Flintstones movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Where's this at?
Yeah. I think it was like Flintstones. I
94.
know there's two different movies.
It was in 1994, right?
I missed out on that one, or I just don't remember very well.
Rosie
Can
O'Donnell.
you bring it up, Joshy?
I remember the Rosie O'Donnell one.
Rick Moranis.
Personally, I don't think you missed out on much.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell was played what's it called? What was her name? Barney's wife.
Halle Berry was in this. What?
Yeah, dude.
What role does she play?
Yeah, Betty. She played the hot secretary of some dude.
Oh, the rich guy that wanted to come buy out the.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up with all these actors and actresses that are like they become senior citizens and then just get mad skinny? Like it's like literally all of them. It's like a trend.
Because they're
Ozempic,
That's it.
they're all on Ozempic, right?
GLP ones.
That what it is. I thought it was the shipment of adrenochrome that was intercepted by Russia. I'm not even kidding. There was
No, but all of them are on Ozempic. It's crazy.
There was a shipment of a bunch of like IV bags filled with blood, and Russia intercepted it and basically confiscated the whole thing. And
IV
somebody
bags
was
of
like,
blood.
"Oh, this guy, yeah, what's his name?
Fred
That's the other
Flintstone.
one. The other one. That's
Yeah.
the other guy who played Fred. What's
That's a
his name?
terrible Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was little. Like,
Yeah.
it,
Fred's
like,
supposed to be big.
yeah, and his wife was actually like taller than him. What was it,
Interesting.
Wilma?
Mark
Yeah,
Hamill.
Yeah,
Wilma. Wilma.
Stephen Baldwin.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Lord have mercy.
there it is. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Who
like look
started
how little
asking
Fred
for-
was. Like that's ridiculous.
Who started asking for?
And Barney
all of
was
these
like the
live
same
actions?
size as him. Barney was supposed to be like little.
All of this from Austin's kid not wanting to let him take him to the potty.
Oh no, that was
Seriously,
my
yeah.
kid.
That was
Bawling
yeah.
my eyes out.
Oh, that was B's kid. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, my kid had a meltdown on the potty one time. She didn't get to say bye bye to her poop, so she completely freaked out. Completely freaked out, like lost her shit, dude.
Literally.
figuratively, yeah. She didn't get to wave goodbye to her poop, and so she lost it, dude.
That's awesome.
Complete meltdown. Yeah.
You gotta
Now,
love him, right?
I don't mean to get all
I
conspiracy.
mean, I don't got to. I don't got to.
Oh, I'm here for conspiracies. What are you gonna say, Josh?
So,
For
now you can
for
take
some
this-
reason you're lagging behind, bruh.
me. I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not for me.
Here, let me refresh.
So, now, take this how you wish, but this I was just talking about it with the blood. Exclusive. Russia seizes mega adrenochrome shipment. Blood of 10,000 children destined for Hollywood. Yeah.
The hell's
So,
adrenochrome?
have you seen have you seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Mm-mm.
Seen that movie? Okay. So the conspiracy is that adrenochrome is like what is released into the bloodstream when your body is on like adrenaline, like when it releases adrenaline.
Okay.
And supposedly, allegedly, people, there's like this secret cabal that decides to like kidnap children and torture them, and then while they're under high stress, extract their blood because it has this adrenochrome stuff in it. And apparently it's the key to like vitality and looking younger and looking skinny, losing weight and all that stuff. It's like the fountain of youth, you know? Like, what does the Bible say? That the life of the flesh is in the blood, right? So, yeah, so that's the conspiracy. And apparently this shipment that Russia intercepted was on its way to Hollywood. So,
This sounds like Marvel Super Soldier stuff.
isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it really does, man. The super soldier serum. It's that the crazy part is like it sounds like a stretch, but at the same time it doesn't.
I mean,
Look, I'm at-
there's a guy that has been spending like millions of dollars to try to like turn back the clock on his body. So he gets like normal blood transfusions. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he takes blood, like his son donates blood and he for him, and he like puts it in himself so he have young people blood going through him. And apparently, like, he had a bunch of scientists run tests on him. I think he's like 40 something, and like they're saying his body's like in the 30s, like his lungs, heart, and all that good stuff. So I don't know.
So they're gonna start putting that shit in the main injection thing that you get in processing at basic.
Well, going off of your conspiracy, I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was going like really wild earlier in the month, right? And a lot of people were saying it was fake, but I saw some actual like clippings of like actual people that were missing, and there was this thing to where it was like I don't know the exact time, but it was within a certain amount of days, like over like 60, 70 kids had gone missing in Virginia.
Yeah.
And no news articles were covering it. And if you looked it up, it was like saying it was fake. But all of the like, if you look at some of the news or some of the missing persons things, like they're actual missing person kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah, and they never put out Amber Alerts on any of them either.
yeah. So who's the only people in this country that can make kids go missing without issuing Amber Alerts or getting news coverage?
The people that do the news coverage.
The government, you know. So, I mean, just to go off your conspiracy a little bit, it's dude, they use
That-
kids.
They're going to try to bring back Biden next year. Watch.
He's gonna be young as fuck.
Right?
We're talking 1980s Biden.
Dude, have you seen when they put the side by side of Biden walking and the robots walking? Dude, he looked it looks exactly the same. Like people were like, dude, I'm not saying anything, but this is a pretty good, coincidence. Like especially when he was walking in sand, he always walked like a robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the
specific-
video.
I specifically like the one where he fell up the stairs.
3 times.
I can't say shit. I've fallen upstairs.
Yeah.
So did my pet robot.
Dude, that looks AI.
That does
It's
look
not.
AI.
Yeah, these robots, man, they're
Look.
pretty impressive.
Look at him. Look at him.
What in the hell is going on with this guy?
He's old, man.
Was he ever like military or anything?
No,
No.
No,
But he talks all the time about how his son was, but I don't think his son did anything in the military.
They said his son died in Iraq, but his son.
Oh yeah, that's what it
died
was.
in Iraq. Like it never happened.
What?
is that where he got hooked on crack
His-
or something?
No, it was a different son. I think his son did die, but it wasn't in Iraq.
It wasn't. No, his son died of cancer. I believe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He
Cancer.
kept
Yeah,
saying that he died at war.
yeah. Like multiple times that his son died in Iraq, but did not like. It's not Hunter. We're not like he's not talking about Hunter. Hunter never served.
Dude, you remember the video of Biden, but except he's like 7 feet tall. Did you see that? You know what I'm talking about? Where he's like 7 foot tall.
Oh yeah, because that was like a double.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That was a weird time during COVID. This guy president. Good lord, man.
He's like so.
Speaking of stolen valor, which I guess,
Sorry, I
like,
won't do it again.
I mean, technically that's not stolen valor when you say you're a kid died in Iraq, but like, holy shit, that's a 7 foot tall Biden. Look at those legs. Look at him.
Dude, when he smiled, it didn't even look like him.
All right, what's your stolen valor story? I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, so the whole John Shrek McPhee debacle going on right now.
John Shrek McPhee.
Shrek.
The
Alright.
sheriff of Baghdad.
Really?
Y'all
Can
never
you
heard
look
of that guy?
up, Joshy?
No.
What's his name?
Consider yourself lucky. All right, so
Well, hang on. As of right now, I feel like me and Josh have the top stolen valor story. So I hope you can beat it.
well, it's not Like it's not mine to beat you with, so y'all are still gonna win. But hey, Josh, since you're like the Google Foo awesome guy, hit up the old John McPhee or Shrek McPhee, either one. Especially his dumbass interview with
SOB Tech?
crap, Sean
Not
Ryan.
SOB Tactical. Oh,
While he looks that up, speaking of military, did you guys know that shitbag Governor Wes Moore was his prior military?
West
Who's the
Moore.
that?
governor of?
Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
He's running this state into California 2.0.
He was
Yeah.
definitely Navy.
Probably, I don't know. All I heard was that he actually was prior military
Or
or his
Coast
prior
Guard.
military. But yeah, this dude's a fucking joke, man.
Hey, we voted him in, so
I didn't vote his ass in.
I didn't either.
I
But
sure as
I'm
hell
saying,
I think you were the reason he got elected.
I have the whole interview. Is there a particular part, or is there like a clip you want me to look up?
Oh, so look up. Hang on. I'll give you a. Shit, man. It's 11 minutes long, but
Okay.
Valiant Tactical. I think is it Valiant Tactical on YouTube did the thing. Hang on, I'll tell you.
Oh,
I'm
the
sorry,
thing?
guys. Yeah,
Dark Truth of John Shrek McPhee.
yeah, that
Does
crook.
that sound right?
Yeah.
The video, Valhalla.
That
No.
Valhalla. That's it. There you go.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
he's,
So
he's
this
the
is an
evil genius
actual-
for a reason, dude.
It says picture in picture mode closed to me. Go away. Yeah, this guy.
Intros today. We're going to jump straight into this episode. A lot of you are probably thinking, based off the title thumbnail, this has to be comedy, satire, sarcasm of some sort. No, I can assure you this is a very, very serious video today.
Go to somewhere like
I'm sure
minute
you're wondering.
7.
None of this is secondhand stories through the U.S. Army Human Resource Command. So let's not waste any more time. We're going to jump into it. We're going to start at the beginning, work our way through it. I'm going to give you some viewer discretion advised. There's some pretty horrific things that you may hear in this, but you know, that's the way it is. The truth is what's important. So here we go. All right, so first document we're going to look at here in the linear chain of events of the Special Forces tab revocation amongst, as you'll see here, the revocation of the Green Beret. The MOS changed from 18 series, which is Green Beret, 18 Zulu to 11 Zulu and infantrymen. All right, so for those of you who haven't been in the military, but in the military is going to know what a DA 4187 is. Personnel action, it's essentially changing something about the soldier's records. As you can see here, down by the X, you have the reclassification and SF tab. When we come down to the remarks section here, you will see, number 1, request reclassification from 18 Zulu, Green Beret Team Sergeant or Sergeant Major, to 11 Zulu, infantryman. Number 2, concurrent with this reclassification, request the award of the Special Forces tab to Sergeant Major McPhee be revoked. Soldier's been notified of this actions. And as you see down here, yes, this was part of a GOMAR. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Okay, as you see, not only that, look who this was signed by. Admiral McRaven, all the way to the top. So yes, this was very serious. All right, and yes, trust me that we're going to get into all of the reasons why all these punishments were doled out, but we need to take a look at all of the punishments because it's a lot. Special Forces tab of Sergeant Major John McPhee. It says here, I have reviewed the file, including a General Officer Memorandum of Reprimand today, which I directed and filed in Sergeant Major McPhee's OMPF, and recommend you initiate administrative procedures to terminate Sergeant Major McPhee's current MOS, being a Green Beret, and revoke his Special Forces tab. Sergeant Major John McPhee's serious misconduct while assigned to United States Special Operations Command reflects a deficiency in the professional judgment and personal integrity, calling into question his ability to adhere to the personal and professional standards required of a Special Forces Sergeant Major. I make this recommendation based off of AR 600-37, Chapter 1-4, official orders, permanent change of records, right here, as you can see. Following order is revoked or rescinded as shown. Action revoke pertaining to award of Special Forces tab by the commander. All right, now I'm going to show you the rest of the punishments that came with having the Green Beret revoked and the special pays, suspension of your security clearance, and 30 days to find an assignment at Fort Bragg, vice, PCSing to Fort Drum. All right, so obviously these are very, very extreme punishments. The revocation of the Green Beret Special Forces tab, getting your security clearances banned, things like that. But that's not even our biggest punishment. And this next one actually leads us into some very, very concerning misrepresentation.
U.S. Army Special Operations Sergeant Major with over 20 years.
Well, that's really interesting because what I have here is John's service records sent to me directly by U.S. Army Human Resources Command as coordinated through USASOC. And according to the U.S. Army, John is a retired master sergeant. That is an E8. That is a very different rank than a sergeant major. As we see here, his full service records, he joined in 1991. That date's going to be very important later as we talk about some things. In Career Management Field 11, the infantry, and CMF 18, Special Forces, all the way up until, obviously, he had that tab revoked in 2009. And confirming that, as we move down through his service records and we get down into awards here, we start to hit into the schools and badges. Yeah, Ranger tab here you see, but what you don't see here is, of course, the Special Forces tab that would be before that. So according to the U.S. Army, John is not a retired Sergeant Major Green Beret. John is a retired Master Sergeant Infantryman. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, that is not the story that we've been told. This gets into the start of the reasons why. So it says here, you are reprimanded for committing adultery with a fellow non-commissioned officer assigned to this command in violation of Article 134 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. A commander's inquiry conducted by Redacted, pursuant of Rule of Courts Martial 303, found that during 2008 and January of 2009, you carried on an adulterous relationship with a married woman who was not your wife. During the entire duration of the relationship, both you and Redacted were assigned to Joint Special Operations Command. You admitted to this misconduct during the investigation. And here is what Special Forces Command had to say about John. You are hereby reprimanded for your misconduct. Your acts demonstrate an absolute departure from the moral, ethical, and legal standards required of our most senior non-commissioned officers. As the senior enlisted advisor of the J8 Directorate, you are entrusted to lead, supervise, and care for your soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. You cannot lead without setting the proper legal, moral, and ethical example. You demonstrated an utter lack of judgment and blatant disregard for these standards of conduct, undermining the fundamental good order and discipline of your unit. As such, your conduct falls markedly short of the standards expected of leaders in this command. And detainee
So,
abuse
Josh, pause it
investigation.
for a second.
Dude, what? Yeah.
So it's illegal to bang someone's wife in the army?
100%.
Yes.
Wait,
Really?
so she was. she was
Especially
married
a.
too?
What's that?
So was the woman that he had an affair with? Was she married too?
Yeah.
She was married. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the
Oh,
thing
he
said.
wasn't married. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
No. They both were.
Yeah, they
Huh.
both.
Oh.
Yeah, they both were
Oh,
married.
okay.
But wait, did I catch the part right to where she was a fellow NCO that was working with him,
Same unit.
Yes.
same unit?
Yeah.
So that's also very fucking wrong.
Yes.
So this dude's fucking up on all fronts.
Oh, yeah, and so like his latest show on the Sean Ryan podcast, he goes and says something along the lines of, "Yeah, I think I'm a great moral compass, example of my peers," or what the hell ever bullshit that spews out of this dude's mouth, because he comes up with some of the wildest bullshit. You got to go watch some of his videos on how to shoot a pistol. And if you know anything about shooting a pistol, you're like, this dude's absolutely talking out of his ass. And he has no idea what he's actually talking about.
So that reminds me of this one dude I used to work offshore with, right? So he was in the Marine Corps, and kind of similar to where it wasn't stolen valor, but like kind of, not lying on your record. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
inflation.
Yeah. And we were offshore, right? And this dude was constantly, I'm a recon Marine, right? And we were all out there. There's a couple guys that were, prior military. And he was always telling stories about how, like, they were in fucking Iraq. And he saw this, like, dude, this Iraqi hit his wife. And he just went up and, like, shot him in the head. And we're like, no, you didn't. It's a fucking war crime. No, you didn't. And he was like, "Oh, dude," and then he was telling us about how they sent him over to Haiti, and they were just like, in his exact words, running some black ops shit. Like, I quote, like that was his phrase, and we were like, "No, you weren't. You're not just going around in Haiti during like humanitarian crisis and just fucking popping Haitians. Like that's
No,
not happening."
Definitely not.
And he was like pressed on the fact that like this was all real stuff, And finally, this one dude came on the boat, and he was a corpsman, and he was attached to a recon Marine group. And so I don't know if you know anything about recon Marines, but it's a tight knit group.
Extremely.
So he called like fucking like 4 or 5 guys and was like, "You ever heard of this dude?" And every single one of them said no. And like he went and like actually called him out. And this dude, like big buff dude, very open about being on like steroids. He fucking like went away and like got off the boat on the next crew change, and like we never fucking saw him again.
Fuck him, man.
Yeah. Hey, we found out later he was like supply or some shit, like some type
Oh
of.
yeah. There's a local guy here. His name's John something or another. He used to own Salt Dog Tactical, and he would claim that he was a force recon sniper. And he was building rifles and was trying to, he bought some land to open up a big range. And turns out he was either a truck guy or a cook. I forget which one. Like, so it was one of those two.
Yeah.
And long story short, no one knows where this dude's at anymore, and he definitely doesn't own that land. It went belly up. Someone else bought it for pennies on the dollar and made a really nice gun range out of it. But yeah, screw him, man. I got zero sympathy for what comes to these guys.
Did we ever tell you the story me and Josh had about the stolen valor we encountered?
Mm-mm.
So me and Josh, we were
On
in
the show?
Texas. No.
Oh.
No, we were in Texas, and we had gone to a gas station. We were driving my truck, and we stopped at a gas station. And Josh had gone inside, and this dude had come up to me and was like, "Hey, man, you got some money?" And I was like, "No, I don't have any cash on me." He was like, "Oh, I'm a disabled veteran. You have any cash?" And I was like, "Oh, and I think at this point was when you came back, right, Josh? Like around this point when like I was asking him questions like, "What's your MOS?" and stuff like that. We were asking like what.
PC uniform on.
Yeah, he had a PT uniform with like half of one with like one of those hats that you get at like a PX that this is like Go Army or whatever. and and we were asking like, "What was your MOS?" and he's like, "I don't know what that is." And I was like, "What was your job?" He was like, "Police officer." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we were like, "Where were you stationed?" He said, "I was stationed in Desert Storm." We're like, "That was a military operation, not a fucking duty station." And then he was like, "Yeah, then I got my leg blown off and I got stationed at Walter Reed while they were reattaching it." And mind you, this dude had both his fucking legs.
Well, they reattached it.
Yeah. So then we asked him what his rank was, and he was a staff sergeant major.
Oh, don't forget that major now.
Yeah, a staff sergeant major. And dude, he was like dead ass about it, right? And we were talking with him, and then he was, like I only was in for 4 years, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you need to get your retirement." I was like, "That's not how that fucking works." He's like, "Yeah, you can collect retirement. It doesn't matter how long you were in." It's like, that's not how that fucking works.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but yeah, this
Man,
dude.
people like that shit just man. They're no different than people that cheat on their wives. It's no different than people that lie about anything else, cheat, steal. They're all the same people.
Yeah.
Every one of them, man.
Well,
They're
this dude was
sociopaths.
homeless. This dude was homeless and just trying to get a baggie to go fuck a hooker, Like this dude was not top tier fucking.
It was right across the street from the gentleman's club.
Yeah, this dude was not top tier fucking like, fucking what you would call an upstanding citizen. All right.
He must be bros with Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, maybe.
And applies egg whites on his burns.
Oh my
And
God.
mustard. And mustard.
That's how he got his leg back.
Yeah, exactly.
Clever.
Stem cell research has been made, gentlemen. We're rich now. Freaking
Yeah.
mustard and egg whites.
Yep.
So
Mix
yeah,
it
so
up,
this dude,
put it on there.
so this dude was stationed at a military operation,
Yeah.
and then stationed at a hospital to
Mhm.
recover.
Mm-hmm. While being a
So-
staff sergeant
Now-
major.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while being a staff sergeant major. And then I think I asked him, like the rate, you know, that he like the the actual MOS, and he was
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm just a police officer."
That would be a 31 Bravo.
Yeah, my sister was one. Yeah, so I asked him, I was like, he was like, "No, just a police officer." I was like, "Okay."
You mean an MP, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Some
No,
people-
I
was
think
like,
we did. I think we did ask him. Was like, so he was like, and again he was like, "No, just a police officer."
That's how you know he had no idea.
So hey Tyler, I've been seeing a lot of videos from like on our podcast page. I follow a bunch of like shooters and stuff like that, and there's a lot of people talking a lot of crap about Tim Kennedy. What's going on?
Well, he's a fraud.
Yeah,
He's a damn good fighter. Don't get me wrong. And he did do military shit, but he inflated what he did and didn't do, and the rewards that he received, and all that shit. Same as McPhee. It's like he did things. You know, nobody here can take that away from him, and we appreciate what they did. But they lied about to what extent they did it, and what all they did, and how many awards they received, and this and that. And they've basically just made this image of themselves that is just simply untrue. So
yeah.
I mean, hell, you know, thank you for all the shit you did, but you ruined it all with all this bullshit lies. So, you know,
Yeah.
good job, you fraud.
That's the thing. Like, just
You went Hollywood.
be upfront with your fucking
Yeah.
military service. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't do shit in the military.
I didn't either.
I didn't do a fucking thing in the military that was worth, you know, bragging about. I joined, but I didn't go overseas. I didn't fight.
either.
I'm not a combat vet, you know. Like, I'll be the first to tell you that. I didn't
I broke
do
my
shit.
leg in the back of a 5-ton truck in AIT.
Yeah.
So
I got my head split like right here in basic. That's the most combat I saw. It was a fist fight in basic training, and I fucking split my head right here.
oh,
and I
man, you
super
could at
glued
least
it
told me it was a pukal stick.
No, it was. I fucking super glued it shut. That was the most combat I saw, you know. But I'll be upfront about it, you know. Like that's. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm a 2-time war vet that fucking has a Purple Heart,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, man. Like, I just there's nothing. I hold nothing in life higher than honesty. Like that is the number one thing that I look for in people. If you can't be honest with me, I don't care how good you can do anything. I could literally not care if you're the world's best brain surgeon. All right, if you built the rocket that was able to put life on Mars and you're a liar, I still think you're the scum of the earth. I could not give a shit less about your accomplishments if you can't look me in the eye and be truthful with what you say and be a man of your word.
Hey,
You want me to be truthful?
Dude, that's
Oh,
gonna
I'm in
go
love with you,
viral.
Tyler. I'm looking at you guys right now.
Bro, you just lost his respect.
Yeah. Hey, I was truthful.
I know.
Oh my god. Austin, did you have some happy juice before this podcast or something?
No,
Take
it's
juice plus.
overcompensating depression.
Oh my god. Now it's all uncomfortable. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, you're welcome. I try. I do everything.
God,
I
you
can.
were definitely a Navy guy.
No, I was in the army.
If you're listening live, drop
But
a
I
comment.
wish.
Let us know your thoughts, please.
But I wish.
Where'd you go to
If I'd
basic?
known- South Carolina, Fort Jackson.
Old relaxing in Jackson.
Yeah.
What did they name?
And then I went to AIT at Fort Useless.
Which one's that one?
It's Fort Eustis, but call it Fort Useless. It's Fort Eustis. It's in Virginia, kind of near like Fort Lee.
Dude,
What
When I
MOSs
went-
are there?
So transportation and aviation mechanics, like helicopter mechanics and and transportation for.
Because it wasn't 88 Mike, was it?
No, not 88 Mike, like 88 Zulus, 88 hotels, stuff like that.
I got you.
Like part of the 88 series, just not
Yeah,
88
yeah.
Mikes, because they're over in Missouri
Lindenwood.
at yeah,
Yeah. Because I had to listen to them fuckers all the time.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Even
and then-
Marine 88 mics, whatever the hell Marine's version of the 88 mic was there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, so Fort Eustis, it's not far from Fort Lee. I think last I heard they were like decommissioning that. I don't know if it's still a thing anymore. I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, I'm sure it's
But,
got some dumbass appropriated name by now.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Eustace
But,
sounds racist.
Yeah. But yeah, they had like all the mechanics that work on like the different types of helicopters
Oh, cool.
there.
Yeah. So
And
when
then,
I signed up, I was originally going to be a truck mechanic because I was in diesel mechanics when I got recruited, and that's just what I wanted to do. But both my folks were law enforcement, and my recruiter was an MP. He was the first sergeant of the nearest National Guard MP, the 114th. And I don't know, he just took a liking to me. He's like, "Nah, man, I want you with me." So anyway, got peer pressured into being an MP.
Yeah, my sister wanted to be an MP, and when they were, because she's my twin, right? So we were actually enlisting at the same time, and when we were going to the recruiter, they were like, "Nah, you can't be an MP," you know, blah blah blah. And my sister was just like, "Okay, fuck it, I won't join." And then like 3 days later, they called her back, was like, "Yeah, so you could be an MP."
What year was it?
And 2013.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and so so she got it. She became an MP. So
What was their reasoning?
I don't know.
Did they ever give her a reason? They were just like, you can't become that.
Recruiting was down then.
Yeah,
They were being very selective of who they wanted where.
yeah.
Okay.
That was
So
around
what
the
I-
time where that was like around the time when like tattoo regulations changed.
Mhm.
Like I think it was like almost a year after we joined was like when they made the regulation for like you had to be able to cover up your tattoo with your hand or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I signed up in 07, right after my 17th birthday. Didn't ship out until after I was 18. I mean, I waited till I graduated high school to ship out because I didn't do the split thing.
Yeah.
But man, they were begging people to sign up back then. Like there was a
Yeah.
$40,000. I got a $40,000 sign-on bonus for signing.
I
up.
got 10.
Yeah, you missed the window, dude. And once Obama took over in 08, 09-ish, things just like changed and not for the better.
Shit, dude, that's Hellcat money nowadays. That's a down payment on a Hellcat.
Oh, you said Hellcat. My brain went to the crappy little Springfield gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, you buy a lot of
Fucking
those.
red eyes. Fucking red eyes, dog.
Oh my god, don't get me started on them.
No, I think recruiting's back to where like they're really looking for people.
Yeah, now they are.
Bravo.
Yeah, you kind of look like a snitch.
Infantry. What is that? The best damn job in the Army is like Boy Scouts meets Call of Duty. Does it come with an enlistment bonus? Does it come with an enlistment bonus? Come on, man. We're the Army. Say no more. Where do I sign? On the dotted
Enlistment
line.
bonus? That's not how that works.
Oh, man, at least I get to spend my money, man. I can't wait to spend that. I got your ass now. You won't be needing these? Here you go. Now get your fat ass on that bus. Now! You know you done fucked up, right? Hurry up. Get up. What's up? Enjoy your 16-week vacation at Fort Benning. So what kind of job opportunity will be available for me after I get out the Marines? None.
None.
Prepare the fuck out of here to be homeless as shit. Seriously? But hey, you'll still be a Marine. Semper Fi, motherfucker. So how about that task you said I had to do? Here in the Marines, we have all-you-can-eat crayons, slow promotions, and cool-ass uniforms.
Y'all know that's where the 36-yard zero came from, right?
The 36-yard zero.
Yeah, there's 36 crayons in a box.
I had no idea, but now I do.
Standard issue pistols.
You even took a bite of it.
Standard issue? Damn right. No way. That's more of a yes way. Man, I tell you. In order to move on to the next step of the Air Force's enlistment process, we need to find out what your intellectual capacity. Here's a Bible and a calculator. We need you to find out if the mother of all bombs is 11 tons of TNT, how big would the blast radius be if it was dropped from Jesus' doorstep? You know what? Never mind. I knew you wasn't Air Force material. Here's an easier task. Take this phone book. I need you to determine if a fighter jet is flying 400 miles an hour from Dallas to Memphis, how many rounds of golf can one airman play in that allotted time? You know what? Just leave. Just leave. These are simple third-grade level questions. How can you not answer this? Just get out. Get out now. Go. Petty Officer Dingleberry. Absolutely great to sit down and talk about the Navy's opportunities. I know there's a lot of them. Well, thank you for coming, because there's going to be a lot of that next coming years, if you know what I mean. So, what is it about the Navy that's, that separates you guys from the Army? In the Navy, I can put you in any job that you want, even if it blows, if you catch my drift. We also let you try on our uniforms before you enlist. Look at you looking like a whole snack. Now do this. Do what now? In the Navy, we love to boogie and drink and party. What does this have to do with the job title? There you go, just like that. What's the name of the job title again? So what you're saying is this is a cop in the Navy? Oh yeah, totally. Are you serious right now? What? You look gorgeous. You know what? I'm starting to think you're trying to dress me up like the village people. And I don't think this is appropriate anymore. I gotta go. Come on, big fella. Don't leave. We want you in our Navy. Your mom? Yeah. Can you pick me up, please?
Hey, Mom.
Petty Officer Dingleberries.
Yeah.
So, when I was a contractor for a little bit for the Navy, and I was in Japan, and down there was it was a point to where like shore patrol was coming around and like getting all the sailors and stuff for their curfew, and I got in like this nasty fight one time where shit was about to start swinging with shore patrol because they were trying to tell me, to go back to base and everything. And I was trying to tell them, like, I'm not Navy. I'm not in the Navy. And they were not believing me. And they started, like, to grab me and shit. And I flipped out. I was like, don't fucking touch me. And then they lost their shit to where they started getting angry. And then finally my coworker came up who was, like, fat as fuck. And you could tell was definitely not in the military. He was like, he works with us. We're contractors. He's not in the Navy.
Then they do.
And I was like, you guys are so fucking incompetent. Of course you guys are Navy Shore Patrol.
Dude, I bet that hurt their feelings.
Oh, man.
So what type of job opportunities will I be having in the Marine Corps? None.
You'll be
You have
homeless
all
when
you
you get out.
Did they tell you how the bonus works when you got your 40,000? Because they did not tell me how the bonus worked when they said I was getting my bonus. I was like expecting it like after I get out of basic, and then they were like,
half.
no, you get half, and then the rest over the course of
Right.
a few years. I was like, that fucking sucks.
Yep. Yeah. So they also didn't tell me like how to use the VA or anything on my out processing stuff. Like they didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining. Again, like I broke my leg in AIT. I have nothing to brag about or anything. So me complaining about having to deal with the VA is the dumbest thing in the world. But
Yeah.
yeah, they don't tell you shit, man. You got to figure it out yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true. They, as far as the VA stuff goes, yeah, I can attest to that. But they do. I mean, I took this class that was like let's build a resume and some other like I forget what it was called. It's like you're out processing, like you're required to go to these
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah, there's these simple little 4 to 6, maybe sometimes 8-hour classes here and there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like transition.
Transition to civilian world, something civilian sector or
T-
something like that.
TCAT or something. TPAT.
Yep.
Tupac.
Yep. So I remember some of my classes were like in the basement of this weird ass dorm looking building in Leonardwood. I'm like, I feel like there's gonna be a leather couch somewhere.
felt
Like if
at.
I look around enough, like I feel like I'm gonna end up in the wrong room here.
The casting couch room.
Man, I remember when I was going through med board, there was this shithead guy, and so I was a pretty bullied kid, and eventually I would get enough of being bullied, and I just beat the shit out of whoever drew the unlucky random ticket of me having enough that day. And so this guy in med board drew that unlucky ticket, but I didn't beat the shit out of him because I knew that would involve an Article 15 and I'd screw myself. So he was this shithead. I'm sure everybody in the military has had this one guy that would go around and at random, for no reason, would just go shake your locker so that by the time you get to it and you open it up, everything would be in disarray. And you'd be like, what the fuck, man? You had to reorganize all your shit. I mean, this dude's a douchebag, man. He's an absolute douchebag. He would always say inappropriate shit to the females and things like that, and it would grind my gears. And anyway, so one day we were chilling in the barracks, and he and his quote unquote battle buddy went off to do something, I don't know, whatever. And he had pissed me off right before he had left. He had said something smart to me. I don't remember what it was. Dude, I took his locker. I flipped it down. And y'all know these big ass military lockers because there's one right there. That's my gun safe.
Oh, yeah.
I acquired one of those lockers.
Tactically acquired.
So I threw that so much on. I tilted it down on the ground, and I like, you know how the CrossFitters flip the tires and shit. Imagine me doing that like 24 times all the way across the barracks. Like I sat there and just kept rolling his stupid ass locker all the way to the other side of the barracks. By the time I got over there, staff sergeant walked in like, what the hell is going on in here? Because you just hear kadoosh, kadoosh, kadoosh. So I said, Sergeant, whatever his name was, I said, man, I got to be honest with you. I was like, permission to speak freely. He's like, fucking spit it out, Private. Tough guy thing. I was like, hey, Private so-and-so is absolute just effing douchebag lately, man. He's being an asshole and all that, tilting our lockers and all that. And I was like, now his locker's been rolled. And he looks at me, he says, I don't want to hear no more damn locker rolling or something to that effect. And like starts to laugh. And before he starts laughing, he like turns himself around and starts walking out before we could see him laughing his ass off. But anyway, I don't. How
That's a good idea.
You know, it'd be really funny if that was the fucking locker that you rolled.
Oh, it would be hilarious. Except that came from Keesler Air Force Base, and we were in Leonardwood. But that would be freaking awesome, man.
Oh, you got one of them.
That was the locker that you fucking rolled.
So the dude came back from whatever detail or something he was on. I don't remember. And his stupid look on his face, like, oh my god, I can't believe someone who did this to me. I'm like, me. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like, come on, man.
You already got to go through enough of that nonsense with the drill sergeants, and now you're
Yeah.
doing it. Like,
Some people
That's
just can't help themselves.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
like
all
that. That's so annoying.
He's probably the kind of guy that's like, as a civilian right now, he's telling people he was some Green Beret or
Staff sergeant major. Yeah,
yeah, staff sergeant.
I know
major.
the type. Staff corporal, 2 chevrons in a rocket.
Hey, Josh,
Hey, maybe that was that guy.
you
What you
know
about
who
to say,
I think
Alvin?
would be doing that? Remember the guy? So Josh went to my AIT graduation, right?
Yeah,
Remember Cactus, dude?
yeah. To Texas
Yeah.
Guard.
Yeah, he seems like no, I think it was like New Mexico or some shit like that. But he seems like the type of guy that would probably be fucking saying that same shit, just inflating
Yeah.
the fuck out of it.
Cactus guy. Why is his name Cactus?
I'll let Josh tell this story.
So yeah, it was. I think he was National Guard, and I think their state patch or whatever unit patch he was in, it was just it was a
Cactus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find which one it was.
That definitely sounds like in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, the states Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. So it's 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you a picture of it. But yeah, so he was like super proud of his patch. He's just like way overconfident. Like, you know how like when you graduate AIT, you know, you can finally wear a unit patch.
Yep.
So everybody like gets their patches out. He was just like super proud of it. And it was
Mine
like, yeah,
a trident patch, and we like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
privates were super proud to have the trident thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he was just walking around like he was tough. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so he got offended when he said, "Hey, I was on leave." And he was just like, "Hey, man." He walked up and Austin was like, he's like, "Hey, man, you saying something about your patch or whatever?" He's like, "Oh, you like my patch?" I'm like, "No, not really." I wasn't even trying to be rude. I was just being honest with him. And then he walked away, and then Austin came to me later on and was like, "Bro, that guy was pissed."
Dude, he was so
He
pissed.
wanted to fight.
He was a dick though, but yeah, he was so fucking pissed, man. Oh
Take
shit.
life way too serious, man.
Yeah. It's a fucking cactus. What do you want?
But you know what I've seen recently? Now I think when they do like ceremonies, change of command, and like award ceremonies, they make you put on the colored version of the unit patch, just for that ceremony.
Mm.
Or if they're like pinning, like a badge or a tab. Yeah, I've seen that now.
Interesting. I don't even know. Like, I don't guess I've ever seen our badge colorized. Let's see. MSMP color badge
Pretty cool, man.
images.
What else was it? Oh yeah. Did you hear they took out the that power throw thing from that PD test? Now
They took out the who?
so you saw that PT test, the 5 event one that they switched to?
Yeah, the CrossFit style one.
Yeah. So now the Army, it's no longer the Army Combat Fitness Test anymore. Now it's just the Army Fitness Test, and they removed that ball toss thing. So you could say that the ball toss was the only combat related event for the PT test. Yeah.
I don't remember the ball toss thing. Like, I remember all my buddies like telling me about the new fitness test, but I don't remember the ball toss part. I know there's like a drag, a sprint, a deadlift, and something else.
I knew about the ball toss, but that's only because I saw a video of like some fitness influencer doing the Army PT test.
The sprint, the drag carry thing that's one event.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you saw that hand release push up. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but it's
The
like
hand
every
release
time you
push-up.
every time you do a rep and your chest
Yep.
hits the ground, you lift your hands and you extend them out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, I think that's not really a terrible idea because it forces you to go all the way to the ground. You know, it forces you to go all the way down. While I don't think moving your hands and giving your hands a rest is, the best, but actually having to push yourself up from chest to ground,
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it does give your arms a little rest too, though. That's the only other thing.
yeah.
It's
I
not
don't know.
like where you got
I
2
never
minutes.
I never understood why we did PT tests in like short shorts and a t-shirt. Why didn't we do PT test in full gear?
Fuck you.
That's the thing. So that's the thing. The Marines, they have a regular PT test to just
Mhm.
test your endurance or whatever, and then a combat test to test how you would have
Oh, yeah.
under weight and under stress holding your rifle.
Right. Yeah.
Which is what the Army should have done when they introduced this brand new PT test.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like, first
That
off,
sounds
what the
like
hell
it
do I
sucks.
know? Because I don't know shit. But, like, to me, Monday morning quarterback in here, it seems to me if you're a battle MOS, you should be doing PT tests in all your gear. So, with essentially 30 plus pounds of kit attached to you.
That sounds like it
I
sucks.
agree.
Okay.
It does. It's kind of meant to.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't got broken shit for no reason here, okay?
But no, yeah, like you, and I think part of it was also derived from some kind of special forces physical assessment.
Mhm.
Like sprint, drag, carry was, I think, one of them. Maybe they did deadlifts too, because they have them on here too.
That's applicable.
But yeah, and like, and the ammo can filled up with sand is applicable.
I really think we ought to put the fireman carry in there, like a 100-yard dash with a fireman carry.
Mm.
Speaking of
Yeah, it's
PT
like,
test,
What if you don't have a sling or a sled, and you can't carry somebody
Yeah.
like that? Then you gotta find them.
speaking
Exactly.
of PT test, you guys ready for the Spartan race?
As ready as I can be.
Dude, I'm excited. I know it's gonna suck so bad.
How's your shoulder?
Fucking shit.
It's okay. We're gonna get through it together.
It was actually starting to feel better, and then my daughter came home and demanded horsey rides.
Have you ever done
Yeah.
a Spartan race, Tyler? Or
No, I don't race unless it's guns.
Well, this isn't more of a race, it's just in the title. We're just gonna do it and complete it.
Okay.
Like one of my coworkers is gonna be there and a bunch of his buddies. And they added me to a group chat and they're like, yeah, if it's gonna be hot and humid, my run is gonna suck. I was like, hold up a second, we're running? I thought we were just going to go have fun.
I thought it was a brisk walk.
10K. We are not.
And it's a
running
10K and it has like over yeah, I'm not running
Oh
that.
man, dude, my wife would be all in on that. She's
Listen.
she's a damn good runner. Like somewhere there's this like humanoid stand thing with umpteen freaking medals just all over it of her winning 5Ks and all like the marathon things and all the stuff. Like she was one of the most badass female runners. Like did the Boston thing, the freaking
okay.
yeah. She's been all over the dang nation doing CrossFit in cross country, and I guess that's wait now. Shit, I just had it like a brain moment. That's why they call it cross country, because you run like all across the country.
Yeah.
At least I think that's what they call it. Hell, I don't know. I should probably listen to her more.
Nah,
No,
you don't
just
need
keep
to.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's working. She's still there.
Keep doing what you're doing.
She's got all these dang medals, man. She's a badass runner. She like, I think her fastest 5K was like a 21 minute or something like that, or just under 21 minutes.
Ugh.
Wow, dude.
Meanwhile, I would have died half a mile
Yeah.
in.
Dude, my cardio's always been trash. It didn't matter.
Yeah, mine
It didn't
too.
matter how much I ran.
Dude.
Like I was.
No matter how
always
many
just-
times you put
ugh.
that weight vest on and went out.
Mm-hmm. Thank God for sit-ups, because I would max those bitches out.
Right?
Me too. Me
That's
too.
the bulk of my squat, right?
90
would
sit-ups in
bare
2 minutes,
minimum.
no problem.
Bare minimum the run. And
Yeah,
I do
here
decent
comes
on
my
the push-ups,
1550.
but max the fuck out on sit-ups.
Tharp, how you do 90 sit-ups but can't run 2 miles under 1550? I don't know, Sergeant. That's all I got for you.
I used all my energy previously.
I put it all in the sit-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, there was only one time that I ran a 2 mile at Owings Mills High School, Josh. Back in the day, it was only one time that I would have passed the PT test, and I was hyped up on Hydroxycut. So I was like on crack the whole time, dude. After I was done, I was so excited, and then I like sat down, and I thought I was having a heart attack.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, don't do Hydroxycut and then go run, dude.
Is that still a thing?
I don't even know.
I think you can get them at those.
I know it didn't work.
Gas stations right next to the cash registry.
Right next to those little yellow jackets for the
Yeah, exactly.
extra
get the
blood
ones-
flow.
For this Spartan race, I'm getting the ones with the rhinos on them.
Horny goat weed.
Oh,
I don't care if I have a boner. I'm running that bitch.
Nitric. What is it? Nitric
Here
oxide.
comes Dalton across the finish line with his third leg.
just make sure you get like some good shoes, dude.
I wouldn't call it a third leg. I'd call it an 11th finger.
11th toe.
That's even worse.
Oh my god.
No, but
Pinky
for real,
show.
don't come to the race with like skateboard shoes, okay? We're gonna be
Some
running on
Vans
rocks
on.
and shit. You're gonna need a good shoe. Yeah, don't put Vans on.
Fans and no socks.
I was gonna rock the slides. I thought we were walking this bitch.
We still gotta run it a little bit.
Hey, so
I
is
think
it
they
like-
have the 10,000 volt thing where you get electrocuted.
Is
Hell
it
yeah.
like a? Is it? Are we going like on a zigzag through a field of obstacles, or is it like a huge trail that we have to follow?
You know as much as I do.
What I heard, it's a trail, and then every so often there's an obstacle.
There's like 20 obstacles, isn't there?
Do they
No,
have
there's
water
more than that.
stations?
Yeah. So it's, I guess, less than every half a K. There's a fucking obstacle.
Probably, I don't know. We'll find out. I
there-
was
is there
told
a
don't
gas
count on the water stations
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times, like the beginning ones will have enough water, but as people keep running, people start drinking more and more water, and they
Yeah.
run out of water. So you bring like a camel pack.
Camel.
That's what I was told.
I wish I still had my army camelback.
How much
I think I
mold
still
was
have
in
the. Yeah, you're right.
I have the thing.
But I could have got a new
bladder.
bladder. Yeah, I could have got a new
some
bladder.
Nah, man, just come through with your canteen, just like boot camp.
Dude, all I did was dip in my canteen.
What?
Even in basic, dude, I found a way to get dip in basic, and that's all I did was just dip in my canteen in basic. I spent like
Right.
2 days fucking soaking that bitch in bleach before turning it in because I didn't want to get caught.
Dude,
Can you imagine if you forgot and you drank that?
Oh god, I've done that.
I know,
have
me
to.
too, but
where the drill sergeants
Ugh.
force you to drink every single drop in that canteen, and you forgot to wash out all the dip, and they sit there and watch you chug all that dip spit.
Dude,
Did y'all used to have to do the hydration formations?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Whole canteen,
Drink
whole
water.
river head.
Because it was just so hot. I went to Benning, and it was like, like towards summertime.
Yeah,
And they just forced you to do it all the time. So.
Yeah.
So
I
I
shipped
went
off
to
July 7th.
Oh,
I went to
Jeez,
South
man.
Carolina, and I went out in February.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it was pretty decent. It started getting a little warm towards the end, but you know it was
Yeah.
cold in the beginning.
Yeah.
It fucking sucked in the
Better than
beginning.
hot.
Yeah,
Speaking of hot,
I know.
guess what I did
102
back in July? Was it July or June? June. Last
I
weekend
don't
in
know.
June.
You tell me.
I got sprayed with palm pepper spray.
Ugh.
Who'd you piss off?
No one. We did it for so I'm sponsored by Palm. One of my like partners, if you will. Alex is Good People owner of Palm, and they formulate like the hottest of hot pepper spray that's meant for humans that you can put in your pocket. So it's it's 1.4 major capsaicin at 10% OC. The next down hottest thing is Saber Red at 1.33% at MC at 10% OC. So anyway, and the stuff they spray you at in the academy, like police academies, is like a OCCS blend. So while it sucks, it's miserable and it takes forever to wash off. It's like not as debilitating as pure OC at the Saber Red and Palm level. And I wanted to see what that felt like, and plus we wanted to video it, so it's on my YouTube channel actually, and 0 out of 10 recommend. Like that was the most miserable experience I think I've ever had in my life. Like go ahead.
I feel like if you're gonna carry pepper spray, you should know what it feels like, though.
Yeah. So think about it, man. So again, remember my rant about lying and all that?
Yeah.
So I feel like conjecture is borderline lying.
Yeah.
And I've sold this OC spray for a long time, and I just have to go off the words of all my friends that have been sprayed with it, and that's borderline conjecture, if not it is conjecture. And so I've never really felt okay with it. So I set up for this class one day and sold tickets $25 each, man, and some folks showed up, wasn't very many, and we random drawed a guy in the class to be able to spray me, and we filmed the whole jazz. And the whole purpose really was for education, both for the students and for me. So like now I can 100% tell you without a shadow of a doubt how it feels and how effective it is. So now I can sell the stuff without any feeling of conjecture or whatever weird feeling I would have in the past.
Do you have the same feeling about like ammunition and getting shot?
I didn't see this question coming. I should have though.
Like if you're trying to sell a bullet, would you have the same feeling about like saying 9mm?
You want to get shot?
So, there's a line. And it's somewhere around the lethal spot.
Guys, I know for a fact, from experience, take down any target.
I know for a fact a 45 is the best caliper that you can get.
I've personally eaten one of these.
That's fine.
I had some weird ass customer coming today asking if I'd ever been shot in the gut with a 380. I was like,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
that's a
brother.
weird way to start a conversation.
That's how
Wait,
I
you
start off
haven't?
every morning. What are you talking about?
It's better than coffee. Fuck you.
Hey,
Who
that'd be
asked you this?
a good brand of coffee.
380
I
gut
smell
shot,
a business idea in the work. 380 coffee.
380 coffee.
With the
380
380
coffee.
It does just enough to get you by, but won't kill you.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect too.
Now they have
The
those
coat on the back.
what are they? Super carries. They call them super carries.
30 super carry.
Yeah.
30 cal. Same length as a 9mm.
Mhm.
Or almost the same length as a 9mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Little-
'cause, they were experimenting with that a couple years ago. They were trying to make it like a little
Federal.
bit, yeah. They were trying to make it a little bit more strong so people would carry that gun because it would. I think that it held like 19 instead of 17 or 16.
Well, you know, they did the. So if you look up the Smith & Wesson Shield and 30 Super Carry, you're getting a shield size gun that holds like 15 rounds without like it's 15 rounds of 30 Super Carry that is terminally a little bit more effective than the 380 because you get more velocity out of it, and the velocity helps make the an expanding projectile be more consistent and get the penetration that's needed.
I thought you were gonna say expanding projectile vomiting.
So I screwed up those words because typically, so pistol rounds are weird, man. Too much velocity will cause sometimes will cause the projectile to do weird shit and not penetrate all the way. So like fat and slow typically has better penetration. For example, a 147 and 9mm typically has more penetration than a 115 grain.
You hear that, Dimitri? Fat and slow has better penetration. Fuck you.
Where did that come from? I
you always
looked
call
down
me
to put
fat.
it because you are fat.
Yeah, that's why I got better penetration. Okay, eat my dick.
But you're tall and fat.
But I'm also slow. Okay.
We'll find out at the Spartan race.
I'm a fucking winner no matter what. I got that penetration, boy.
Hey, at the end of the day, penetration means more than expansion.
Hey, I might not be able to touch the back of a tuna can, but I'll blow out the sides.
Guys, we're a team, okay? Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of, we were playing Cards Against Humanity the other night, and one of the ladies there didn't know it, but Cocky was.
Oh my
Bukkake.
God.
How old was she?
12.
40.
Did anybody tell her?
Oh, it was a team effort.
No, so you all took part in that.
All right, let me call up all my friends. Group demonstration.
Visual aids.
Oh, God bless her, man. She's
You're just innocent.
yeah.
Fun to mix in family Cards Against Humanity with the dirty pack too.
Oh man. So, dude, the best cards I've ever seen played was by my best friend's grandma that lives with them. So we were at his house, and so it's him, his wife, his 4 kids, his brother-in-law, and his grandma-in-law. And his grandma-in-law, I shit you not, this 80-year-old lady was laying down the funniest freaking cards. Like, she came in like 2nd or 3rd overall. Old Nana, man, she was putting it down.
I bet she was.
Have you heard of the Tales
I've never
edition?
played Cards Against Humanity.
Tails?
Yeah, Tales, like story, like Tales. Like there's a version of Cards Against Humanity where it's almost like you could say like Mad Libs, where you
Okay.
fill in the blanks and everybody is like a part of telling this really funny and outrageous story. So I was looking
I'm
into
looking it up right now.
Thinking about buying it, yeah.
Oh, it's only $20.
They have different like volumes of the cards too, like packs.
Oh, yeah. Tails 1 and Tails 2.
I'm like,
Oh, they got the
dude,
whole nasty bundle.
just when I thought they were running out of ideas, they hit us with this.
Whoever invented this game was a genius.
Yep, seriously, man.
What does it entail?
See what you
A
did there.
Spartan race, a 380, and a bukkake, and some crayons,
Don't forget Stolen Valor.
and stolen valor. I found your I found your video I thought it was going to be a video of you getting sprayed, but it's kind of you like the aftermath.
No, there's both.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see it.
There's a whole ass like 13-minute video of like an intro, me telling you what's about to happen, and then the actual event, and then me 20 whatever hours afterwards recapping.
Is it like one of your latest?
Yeah, it's under videos, not shorts.
Palm pepper spray should be in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you can jump past the intro. The intro is just a sales pitch.
That doesn't quite meet criteria for use of lethal force, but your words just ain't effective, and you do need to buy some time to get to a safer location. Well, boy, do I have the solution for you. That is Palm Pepper Spray.
But
As
wait,
you
there's
just call
more.
it, a little snippet.
Dude, that's the token Billy Mays.
Yeah. like a Southern Billy Mays.
Dude, rest in
there.
peace, man.
Yeah.
Except instead of pepper spray, it's orange glow.
Yep.
Just
I was
immediately
trying to do
ranting.
something, but like I was truly trying to like grab him and like do something. So click the pause button. That guy that came and got me, he's the guy that is my medic instructor. He was the OG paramedic that I taught with that I referenced earlier. So had him on standby, like I had him, geared up on what to do. So you'll see him. Yep, the guy in the black shirt there. That's Wes. He knew to just go ahead and hit me with as much water as he could. This is a police training range that I teach at. And there's a K9 wash station that we're about to go into, so it's super handy for decon for all this.
Oh, cool.
So best
So
case
he's
scenario.
a part of the Stop the Bleeding course?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the primary instructor?
Yes, 100%.
Nice.
That thing knocked you out, dude.
Bro, it was miserable. Absolutely miserable.
Whew.
I got to get some for my wife and myself.
Whew, man.
You gonna get sprayed?
Hell no.
Gotta do a
I
quality.
got Tyler's video. Why do I need to go through it? Are you
Does it-
supposed to
The
spray it
dish liquid help?
like one time?
Yes. So Dawn is an emulsifying substance, so it'll encapsulate oil molecules and transport them. But you gotta be careful because if you're upright, they transport them, south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it gets fun.
13 minutes in.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Dude, you look like Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
I don't know about that. Yeah, it was absolutely miserable.
Things of that nature.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Would not recommend that at all. Like if I sprayed somebody, like they'd have to be doing something really bad for me to laugh at them. I might feel pretty bad for them.
Because you know how it feels.
Oh my
And there's
God.
no station or
Yeah, they're just
non-dish
like
liquid for them.
they'd be screwed. Just laying in the middle of the road, just miserable, crying.
How long until if they were to just wait until they're until the effects wear off? How long do you think they'd have to wait after getting sprayed?
So
no water, no nothing like that.
and no drugs involved. They're not drugged up. Shit, man, 20 minutes or more.
Cheers.
Fuck you, Karen. You shouldn't have taken my parking spot.
And if you're out on the street, you can't open your eyes. Who knows what's like now? You're extremely vulnerable too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I tell chicks, man, like there's no fancy karate move that's going to make you like get out of whatever hold or thing that you're going to find yourself in. Like first off, spray them. Don't discount a good nut check and run. Just freaking spray them, kick them, run.
Slap, scream, and run, dude. Don't discount a good nut check. That's a really good quote.
I thought about putting it on a shirt, man.
Yeah, man. when you said that, it reminded me of The Office when they're teaching self-defense. I'll show you the video real quick. It's pretty
I
funny.
love The Office.
Yeah, man.
Self-defense.
Do you suggest the palm snap or the palm key?
So strike, scream, and run. All right, let's try it. It may have been my fault.
What the hell, Toby?
What the hell, Tony?
Strike, scream, and run. Sorry, Austin. I didn't mean. I know you were trying to do a plug there.
No, you're good. Do you suggest the palm key or the palm snap or the palm clip?
I hadn't seen the snap. What's the snap?
The snap.
So if you're, oh, that's the key ring. I don't know why they call that. But that's just, that and the key is the same thing. I don't know why they have it separated. So
snap model.
You got all right. So you got two good options if you're not a runner or a walker with your dogs or whatever kids things. All right. So if you're neither one of those and you just want something, I would say get the clip. If you have to have the key model, get the clip and the key model, because especially for women, they can clip it to their bra or somewhere on their t-shirt or something and have it pretty handy. The problem with the keychain is a lot of times they'll clip it onto their damn purse or their keys or whatever, and they don't have that very readily accessible. And whenever they do need it, it's attached to something else that otherwise might want to be snatched by the aggressor. If you're a runner or someone that likes to walk the neighborhood in the evenings or whatever, you want to keep yourself hands-free but still have quick, readable access to the product, they have the runner model that has the sleeve and it holds a slender unit inside of a pouch, like a little papoose of the sleeve in your hand. So you can be hands-free, still use your digits to grab things and whatnot, but if you need to, you can use the unit. And it's like it's actually held onto your hand. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, it seems pretty effective. Guys, I know
Yeah.
from personal experience.
Yeah,
And you know
it
that
works.
That is, people like content like that too. And
Yeah.
now they know they can trust the product.
Exactly. Yep.
What is the palm inner units solution?
Saline. It's water. It's just water.
Okay.
It's what's the word I'm looking for? Sanitize. It's like sanitary water. Just so
So
you
like
can
you
see
can
how
spray
far
it.
it shows, how it feels, and all that.
Okay.
What, like a practice shot?
Yeah, how it's affected by wind, so you can go outside and spray in the wind and see how it, which is a good point to make. Say you're the person that's spraying the aggressor and the wind is blowing back towards you. I'm here to tell you all those people that were watching were downwind and it didn't affect them. It made them like cough and like sneeze, but it didn't cause the eyes to close like it did for me. Even the guy that was spraying me, he even sprayed me while I was on top of him, or well, up against him rather, and it did not debilitate him in any way. It wasn't exactly pleasant, like he got a little bit on his arm, and it's an irritant, if you will. But if you don't get it in your face with a direct application, it's not going to force your eyes to close and ruin your day.
My question is, will it kill bees? Because I got a freaking yellow jacket in my wall right now.
No, but if I'll send you a unit, and if you promise to record it, I'll be gracious.
You said you had a
See if
discount
it-
Yeah,
code?
Synergy Shooting / synergyshooting.com/palm.
Oh,
POM.
dude, I can't think that fast, let alone type that fast.
Yeah, it's just it's my website /palm. Or if you just go to the website, hit the partners page, you'll see them there.
So Synergy, SYNERGY SHOOTING
.com.
Okay. I didn't know if you had one on here, so I was buying it on the website.
Yeah, I don't inventory is a pain in the butt. I just send people to other websites.
Okay,
It's
okay.
called
So you
affiliate
actually,
marketing.
I got you.
that.
Okay, I'm gonna do it from your thing.
Yeah.
And guys, I
'Cause he
posted all that
gets
stuff in the
money.
YouTube Rumble chat, so you guys can all check it out.
Awesome.
Let's see. Shop.
Sir. On pepper spray.
Yeah, that's and so I've actually hung out with the owner, Alex Caruso. He is a fantastic gentleman. Like he is a good man that tells you how it is straight up. Like we were at the Active Self Protection National Conference last year, and he was out there chopping wood, building a fire for us for our nightly gathering, and he was in class for our long range precision class that a buddy of mine was teaching, and I was just AIing for, and I hung out with him, just kind of like helping him with his setup because he's from New York, so he doesn't get a chance to do this kind of stuff. And dude, he is a good, down to earth, very knowledgeable, great human.
Well, that's good
So
to hear.
do you sell it on your website, or you
Not
just?
directly from the website, just from the affiliate. So it sends you to the Apalm website. And
Okay.
if you went there from my link, then it tracks back to me.
Okay. I
And I get
gotcha.
I think I get like 13 cents off of each unit you buy,
Okay.
something like that. I don't know.
I gotcha.
I've never actually collected the money. It's sitting in a thing or whatever. I don't really, I don't know. I don't track it all that well. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I want good human beings to outlast the bad human beings.
Well, I'm buying one for my wife right now.
Thank you.
Dude, you just keep hitting us with these one-liners, man. I don't do it for the money. To outlast the other. Oh man.
Let me know when you do the video about getting shot in the gut with a
Okay.
38.
Yeah. I think Super Troopers has that video. I think they beat me to it with the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
That little guy.
Well, hey, listen. If you start selling ammo, okay, I start seeing more videos of you selling ammo. I'm gonna expect.
Cup shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna expect the. You put the bulletproof vest on.
I hate to disappoint you. It ain't happening.
Listen, man, you said it's borderline lying, so I'm just gonna comment on all your videos and call you a liar. You fucking liar.
My wife.
You never got shot.
Spray with palm.
You've never been shot in your life. You don't know what this round can do.
Dude,
They have these
man.
like soft shell body armors on TikTok, right? And a
Mhm.
bunch of like the people that follow us on there, they're selling them, right? And I mean, they look like pretty nifty. They've shot it all the way up with a 44 Magnum, and none of them have came through. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not just one time. It's like it could take multiple shots. Obviously, it gets weaker as you get,
Sure.
it gets used. But yeah, 44 Magnum. I mean, that would suck to get, shot with that, even with a bulletproof vest. But
Have you
better
been
than-
shot with a 44 Magnum?
No.
I don't want to hear it.
So like Safariland and Point Blank, they both make like quote unquote soft armor, like your typical police vests that don't have plates in them. Like what
Yeah.
so police law enforcement armor isn't like the traditional plate carriers like what we're used to, and it actually is like armor, soft armor that goes all throughout the whole vest. And you can get it all the way up to level 3. What's 3A goes up to 44 Magnum, and it works great. Now you got to worry about back face deformation, so you're gonna when you get shot, it's gonna push in and it's gonna freaking hurt. But obviously you're not gonna have to worry about the penetration side of it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust the Temu stuff.
Yeah, don't do that. That there was a guy, I think he might have got banned, but on TikTok it was Temu Tactical, and his whole spiel, his whole niche was he would order like tactical gear from Temu and do reviews on it, and it was like awesome. because some of the stuff he was like, yeah, he was like, for the price, like I think he ordered night vision goggles from there, and he was like, listen, if you go buy real night vision goggles, they're 3-5 grand, whatever, how much they cost. And he was like, these were $400, and they work.
Yeah.
So
It's so funny.
you say that.
Just got a PVS 14, man.
And I mean, that was like dealer cost is right at $3,000 for this for a white phosphorus, and it's not a perfect unit. Like $3,000 gets you a white phosphorus PVS 14 with a mil spec tube and like some imperfections still on the screen. To get a perfect image, you're gonna have to spend another $1,000 or so. Like these things are freaking. And this is just one. This is just a PVS 14, which I'm blind in one eye, so 35s would do me no good at all.
Yeah. Save some money, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Oh crap. I ran out of lithium batteries, and I just remembered I put an alkaline battery in here, and I didn't take it out after I used it recently. That's not a good idea.
There was a weird, excuse me, when the technology for night vision was kind of like early in its early stages. It used to be red, and there was stories about how during Vietnam they were using these red night vision goggles and seeing like demons and like crazy spirits and stuff like while they were like on the battlefield. And a chopper gunner like recounted a story of him, like the pilot was asking him why he was shooting at nothing. He's like, dude, you don't see? It's like these crazy looking demons. And so they discontinued those and basically buried the technology. And
I think that might have been the peyote.
You remember that, dude? I thought it was opium.
That might, whatever. Yeah, it was opium.
Speaking of theories, have y'all heard? So, like, God created humans in the image of Himself, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of the theory of the devil doing the same, and that's why we have such evil people on this planet?
No.
So there's a theory, and like these are people that like look into the Book of Enoch and all that, like the segregation of the.
Here we go. Here we go.
I love this. Let's do it.
The archangels and the good versus evil before humanity even became a thing, and because the Lucifer was high up there, like he was God's right hand, so he had almost as much power as God. And so there's a theory that there truly are like demonic humans on this planet because within a certain amount, reason, I guess, if you'd say that Lucifer was able to create some humans in the image of himself to do his will. Anyway, just a theory. I wouldn't know anything.
That's cool. Not really, but no. So like,
here's my.
Go ahead, Josh. No, go ahead.
Just a quick rebuttal. I think that Lucifer was a created being. God created Lucifer. So I don't necessarily think he doesn't have the same amount of power that God has. But you can't deny that he was created with a pretty substantial amount of power, influence. After all, we're talking about, 1/3 of the angels following after his leadership. So, and when you say when it comes to the creation of like evil humans and spirits and stuff, now that I do agree with because it does say that fallen angels procreated and created hybrid and like evil humans, stuff like that. So
they had a name for it. There was a name for angels and humans.
They're called
the methylene, right?
The Nephilim, but they're not. But I don't think there's like a Hebrew word for it or something like. I forget what it is. It just like translates to giants, but.
So here's my thought on it: is the devil can't create; he only can destroy. right?
hmm
And his whole intent is to destroy what God has built.
Destroy,
Um,
kill, steal.
yeah, we were made in God's image, but we have inherited the sin of Adam and Eve.
Right.
So by nature we're sinful creatures. Um, this is just my thought on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but yeah, I don't think that the devil can create. He can only destroy. Um, there's there's nothing that you could even read in the Bible, to where he's talking about creating anything. It's all God's creation. He's manipulating it.
Could he destroy the goodwill of humans and turn them bad?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
By through influence.
Mm.
Through influence by the whispers in your ear of you're not
And
worth
Cardi
it.
B.
Whatever you make
Yeah.
an idol of, you're gonna worship that. You're gonna put your effort into serving it, to
Yes.
to growing it, to whatever.
Yeah, there's
Totally
more
agree.
people right now focusing on, and they don't realize they're idolizing it. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about Taylor Swift getting engaged, right? There's more people idolizing Taylor Swift and, her engagement than God. And that's the world we live in. So you're idolizing, money, you're idolizing celebrities, you're idolizing influencers.
Yeah.
You're not putting God first in your life. And so through that, that's where your anxiety, your depression, all that stuff comes from, is the whispers in your ear saying you're not worth it, you're not good enough. You start to dive into the Bible. People around you might be saying like, "Oh, you're crazy to believe all that God nonsense," stuff like that. That's the devil working through influence to destroy what God is putting in your path.
Man, like real talk. Yeah, if people cared more or cared as much about their own marriage and their kids as they do about the celebrities that they follow and worship,
Mm-hmm.
divorce rates wouldn't be as high. Active shooters wouldn't be as common of a thing. We wouldn't have extreme cases of depression in our youth, teenage suicide. I'll be honest with you. I would go as far as to say middle-aged male suicide numbers would even go down.
No.
We would just simply put as much attention into our immediate anatomic family as we do to whatever is on the screen. And I know that sounds very, what's the word, hypocritical as we're on this podcast, talking to people that aren't within our atomic family. And of course, everything must be in moderation. But man, they're like you were saying, we're idolizing these things. We're idolizing people that don't even know our name.
Mhm.
Never met them. They don't know who we are. They could not give a crap less about us.
Well,
And somehow we're basing our livelihoods and our decisions off of the decisions of people that we've never even met. We don't know their upbringing. We don't know their beliefs. We don't know their ideologies or their like what they hold true to their heart. Yet somehow we think they're important and worth taking advice from.
Well, there's a difference you were saying about, funny enough, how we're like on this podcast. There's a difference with like watching people. There's a ton of people I watch on YouTube, right? TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. I get into the whole welding side of TikTok. There's a ton of people I follow that do fab work and all that stuff. And I watch them constantly, right? But I don't idolize them.
Sure.
I wouldn't put them above God, and I wouldn't put them above my family. I enjoy their content. I care about them as human beings, but I'm not going to sit there and cry because they got engaged to someone I didn't want to, or cry because they deleted their videos and stopped posting content. I'm not going to build my life around what they're doing.
Yeah.
I care about their input and what they say and the product they are producing. But at the end of the day, if they drop off the face of the earth and stop posting any videos and I never see anything from them again, my world does not end. And I go on just like I have been for the rest of my life. like I said, the Taylor Swift thing. I saw people that were posting videos of them at work, and it's just like, how am I supposed to work today? Just finding out that Taylor Swift got engaged. It's like the same way you do every other day.
Right.
It it shouldn't be that big of a factor into your life to where it's affecting your ability to work. You know.
And one of the best things about this podcast, not only are we learning about like guns and stuff like that, and how to train and all that, but it's kind of has turned into like church for me, because there's plenty of times that we have guests like yourself that we have these kinds of conversations, and it's like it's just amazing. You know what I mean? I never thought it would be like ever be part of that, but it is. You know.
My pastor was just talking the other day. He's like, man, it's fine to have hobbies. You know, just like it's fine to have a vehicle, so long as it doesn't control you. Have things, don't let it have you.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good way to put it, because you could half of the stuff that like you give your time to, like you don't even realize like the amount of stuff you put before God, or like what you were unknowingly are making idols of. Some things are subconscious. But yeah, like you made some really good points, Tyler. Like with the family and everything. Like if there was like stronger, tightly knit families, if men were back like taking care of their children, and there was a strong biblical like just foundation, like relationship with a husband and a wife, then like everything you said, I think the numbers would drastically drop. Like,
well, I mean, for like middle-aged men's suicide, it's usually because of divorce. And usually the woman is keeping his kids away, took half his money, took his house. She's trying to do anything and everything to like ruin his life. You know what I mean? So it's like your whole purpose, like I'm a father, my whole purpose now is to provide for my family.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And when it gets taken away, which it happens all the time, it's men lose their way, basically. They lose their purpose. It's like, what, I can't see my kids, I don't have a family anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, my wife and my daughter were out of town for the past week, right? So I had not seen my daughter for like basically from like Saturday until really last night, right? And that was probably the hardest week of my life, just not being able to see her, and it's hard. But I feel like it's because of the fact that there's so much evil going around to where they're demonizing men and fathers, and not respecting them. Like, fathers have become second-class parents, and I think millennial fathers and like young fathers are some of the most involved fathers for many generations. I mean, you probably hear it all over the place, to where millennial dads are so involved with their kids' lives, walking around with baby carriers, changing diapers, feeding, all that stuff, and doing day-to-day tasks. But even now, like, we're still looked at as second-class parents in a lot of, the court's eyes, especially.
Yes. There's
Well,
why, and I fundamentally understand why a man's self-worth is a 1-to-1 ratio to the work that he can put out and the things that he can give to his family. They're tangible. Kind, love, compassion is not a tangible thing. So we've evolved to this, men have evolved to this being of, I must work 60 plus hours a week to provide a house, great food, nice shoes, a TV with all the subscriptions, like all these tangible things. And that is now my worth. When I come home for the, 8 hours out of each day that I get to give back to my family that I need to sleep on, like, I somehow gather my self-worth walking into a door of all the things that I was able to give them, even though those 12 plus hours a day that you were gone to work for those things that you wanted to give them, all the while your wife is worshiping Taylor Swift. Your
Yeah.
your kids are dancing to Cardi B, and they don't know any better because you aren't there to steer them in a better direction, and you're so tired when you get home from doing the thing you need to do to provide all that stuff. You can't be their North Star.
Yeah.
This is such a terrible double-edged sword.
Yeah, and it's honestly, I don't want to put the blame on anyone, but like I saw a video the other day, and again going back on the Taylor Swift engagement thing, and it was a mother who was in the car and asked her kids, "Can you guys name me one Taylor Swift song?" Right, and one of the kids was able to say a song. I think it was like "Shake It Off" or something like that. Right.
Mhm.
I guess that's a Taylor Swift song. But then she was like, "Can you name me another?" And she's like, all the kids were like, "No." And she said, "Do we listen to Taylor Swift in our house?" And all the kids said no. And then she was like, "Why don't we listen to Taylor Swift?" And then all the kids said, "Because Taylor Swift's not Christian." And they were calling their mom ma'am, yes ma'am, no ma'am, all this stuff. And that right there is the respect and the what a child should be being brought up on is
100%.
good Christian values with morals and not idolizing, a celebrity. But when you have these kids dancing around to Cardi B, if a father is out working and busting his butt trying to provide, and they come home and the kid's doing this, it's the result of the parenting, and the dad can only do so much.
I mean, like one of the things about the respect aspect that you were talking about, when me and my wife got married, and my nephew and my nieces, before they used to just call her by her first name, but after me and her got married, I kept telling them, like, that's your aunt now. Like, you can't just call her by her first name anymore. You know what I mean? And like I hear kids calling their parents by their first name nowadays.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
that's crazy. If I would have called my dad by his first name growing up, he would have beat the crap out of me. Like, who the heck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Really.
And that's the thing. It's like people don't do that with their kids. Like, anytime, Austin comes over my house, Rob comes over my house, they're Uncle Austin, Uncle Josh, Uncle Rob.
Mhm.
If it's not one of them, it's Mr. or Miss. You know what I mean? It's a respect aspect. And I see a lot of people nowadays, they don't teach that to their kids. It's like, oh, that's just, you could call him, you know what I mean? He's an elder, first of all. Like, my neighbor, I'm 38 years old. My neighbor, I call her Miss.
Yeah.
Because she's older than me.
Yeah.
I say yes, ma'am, to my wife.
Yeah. I say yes, ma'am, to my daughter.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this whole what's it, 2025? So everybody feels like they're owed something, and we've even got to the point where people think they're owed respect, and they're only going to give it if they receive it first. And it's become so ass backwards. And then they portray, or what's the word? Project. They project that crap, that stupid. Oh man, my words are not working. That privileged, if you will, attitude to their kids, and then that's where they get that crap from. Like, oh, I'm not going to call you ma'am or sir, and unless you respect me. Like, look here, you little shithead 10-year-old. You don't get that. You have not earned that yet. Everybody thinks that they're owed something. No, you're not owed a damn thing in this world. Everything that you get, you have to earn. The only thing that you are given is salvation, and so technically you do have to earn it, because you have to give your life to Jesus Christ. That is your part of the deal, right? So even still, the one thing that you can be easily given, the easiest thing you can receive in life is salvation. You still technically have to earn it by giving your life to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and walk the path.
Walk the walk.
You got to walk the path, and that's the thing. I was talking to a young man today about it, and I was talking with him, and we somehow got on a conversation about God and all that, and you know. And I told him straight up, was like, dude, I give my life to Jesus, you know. I sin every day, but I repent for my sins. I feel guilty for my sins, you know, that I commit. I make an actual attempt to not do it, to not do it anymore. And I said I walk with Christ the best I can, you know, and I work on it every day. And we got a little deeper in the conversation, and I told him, I was like, listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and force the Bible down your throat. You know, we're just sitting here working together. And he just came up and asked me a question. He was like, one thing that got me turned off from God was why do churches hang pride flags in you know, in the church? I said, that's not God though.
That's not
You're
God.
you're
That's
separating
not a
yours-
godly church.
you're
That's
separating
people.
yourself from God for something God did not do.
Yeah.
God loves you so much that he gave you the power of free will. You have to choose to love him. You have to choose to obey him. And you have to choose to walk with him. Okay? You can sit there all day and say you're a Christian and go out and do terrible things. That doesn't mean you're a Christian. You have to choose the path to walk with Christ. Okay? And people these days are so focused on like finding a church that fits their earthly narrative, their earthly desires, their political beliefs, you know, that fits what they see on earth, that, you know, goes with their agenda. That's not how it works. You have to go to a church that God is calling you to go to, that is preaching the actual word of God, and that you feel is drawing you closer to the Holy Spirit, you know. I'm not going to go to a church because they support gay rights and I want to support gay rights. No, I'm going to go to a church that is spreading the actual word of God and is not deviating from that. And
So, me and my wife watched Love Is Blind, all right? And last season, it was somewhere in the United States, and this chick and this guy matched. And one of the things that she asked was how he felt about like George Floyd and Black Lives Matter, and about, you know, gay rights and stuff like that, because he was Christian, right? The way he like word saladed Christianity was just embarrassing, right? It was just embarrassing. He was like, well, I don't consider it a religion, and I am for gay rights and all this other stuff. And it was just like this politically correct word salad because he's on TV, right? And then afterwards, he took her to church. And one of the reasons why she wouldn't marry him is because his church did not preach that it was okay for gay people to get married. That was like her. It was crazy.
Yeah,
But
so
the
we-
word salad that he made was just embarrassing.
Look, I'm all for gay rights.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do. I don't care
Yeah.
if you're gay, trans, whatever, as long as you
Yeah.
don't put that to affect me.
Or kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I am a constitutionalist at heart.
Yeah.
And it's not a or a but or any of that. It's also it's an and it clearly states in the Bible what marriage is. Now, if a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, or a trans and a trans, or what the hell ever, want to go in some sort of what do they call these things, domestic partnership. There you go. By all means, if you want to get your tax write-off for living together and having a domestic partnership, cool, man, whatever. But you can't get married. That's not a thing. You can go do something else. You can call it whatever you want, but it's not marriage. Call it whatever you want. But look, strike me down if I'm wrong. Do not bastardize or just absolutely throw your crap on the word marriage. One of the most holy things in the Bible is the unity between a man and a woman to serve the Lord, because you get to like think or create whatever narrative you want to create and use that word for your benefit or whatever. No. Hell no. Go use whatever word you want. I don't give a shit. Don't use marriage. Use something else.
I mean, I feel like we've already bastardized marriage, so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's become more of a contract with government, right? I have a Bible from the 1800s, right? It's a family Bible that's been passed down in my family. You know what's in that Bible?
Hmm.
A marriage sheet where people would come in and write down their names to
Mhm.
God saying that they were married. Okay, it wasn't involving the government. It wasn't involving any of this or that. It was a declaration to God saying we're married, and they did the paperwork, whatever they needed to with the government. But that was the simple fact, and that's how it. Now it's this whole thing where you got to go down. You have to get a license to get married, and you got to file paperwork and all that stuff,
Yep.
and then if you want to not be married, you got to go through that whole process, which I don't think divorce should be an option. I think you should sit there and work through it with God. Me and my wife have had problems, um, but it's stuff to where we work through it and get past the problems, and you have to work through it with God in your heart, and God is the forefront of the leader of your marriage.
Yeah, but nowadays it's not like that whatsoever. It's if you're happy.
And you
Like-
know what, clap your hands.
Yeah, basically. That's how simple it is.
Yeah.
If you're happy, if you're not happy, then it's okay for you to, break up your family.
Yeah, God doesn't promise you happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love is not a feeling.
There
Like
you
that's
go.
my biggest thing. Love is not a feeling. It's a decision that you make. You know what I mean?
God promises you salvation. If you want happiness, follow His word, and when you pass away and you get to meet Him, enjoy your happiness.
Yeah.
You'll never be sad again at that point. But until then, while you're on this earth, you're basically being forged in fire from the time you're born to the time you pass.
That's it, man.
Yep.
It's
Wait until you're-
living out your faith, man. Remember,
Yep.
you know how it says he's the author and finisher of our faith. Like, look at how Jesus lived, and look at how, like, he
Mhm.
faced so many like, he became human, right? The Bible says he was made a little lower than the angels for a little bit, for a short time while he was on earth. And that is why God completely understands us, because he lived as a human. And so, so if you look at all the different struggles and trials that he had to face and overcome, okay, what about this life makes you assume that, everything is like, daisies and rainbows, and sunshine and all that? Like, no, absolutely not. It is the narrow path that leads to life. It's difficult, and few people find it,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
And
not.
people find it and stray away from it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's happened to me.
too.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
all of us.
It's happened to me.
Our flesh
Yeah.
is a hope.
Yeah. And it's the thing is there's things in the Bible, and to live as a true Christian, to follow. One of the biggest things that people are like, I can never do is the forgiveness, forgiving people that have wronged you, and to actually truly forgive them as if you can talk to them and it never happens.
Dude.
People that have wronged you, and people are all like, oh, I could never do that. I could never sit there and forgive. Well, what if someone murdered your child, and it's, well, Jesus forgave
I'll
us.
forgive them after I
Bro.
put a bullet in them.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm gonna put in the chat. I just did this audio book. It's called The Bait of Satan by John Bevere, and it covers that thing, dude. It's like really good, man. Like, give it a shot. It's like 14 chapters, but it like really eye opening, and dude, it's really good.
It's like the parable of what was it? It's in Matthew, the servant that owed the master money. You know which parable I'm talking about, Josh?
There, I put it in the chat. No, the servant who owed the master
The-
money.
Yeah, he owed someone money, and then enough
Oh,
money to
and
where
he
he.
Oh, you're talking
forgave
about-
him.
Yeah,
And then he didn't forgive who owed him money.
yeah. It's in.
Matthew 18.
Yeah, I knew it was in Matthew.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just like that parable to where why do we deserve forgiveness if we cannot ourselves forgive? You know, and a lot of people, they have such a hard time grasping that
Mhm.
that they, and you know, turn the other cheek. If they
Mhm.
make you walk 1 mile, walk two. If you ask for your cloak, give your tunic. You know, stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
being able to sit there and forgive and to lower yourself is such a hard thing for people in this world.
That's what I love about the word. It's like I don't want to call it like the underdog story, but it's like everything is about. It's like all about how you can be humble, how you can like lower yourself in order to glorify God. How Jesus said, "I didn't come to be served. I came to be a servant." You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and everything about his mission was like, okay, it's his just serving God, following His will. You know, um,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was perfect parable because that's a tough one, man. I will
Mhm.
say that to swallow your pride and to have to apologize, forgive, like that. It's
Get
tough,
married, Josh.
man. It's tough, man.
You'll have a lot of practice.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of that in marriage, let me, I'll open up and share a story with you. And I don't do this. This ain't a brag because if you've ever done something like this, you know how much it takes. And like, it's not a brag. It's almost an out of body experience. So, you know, you were talking earlier about how divorce shouldn't be an option and all that.
Hmm. I don't shame anyone that gets divorced, by the way. I just want to make that clear. I think that it should be something that, except in extreme circumstances,
Sure,
should be worked through. I just wanted to make that clear.
100%. The wife and I were going through like a really bad ordeal. We just were not seeing eye to eye.
Mhm.
I was speaking in blue and she was speaking in pink, and it just wasn't. It was not working. It was bad. And she had sat down, and you know, I'm a dude. I'm a typical dude. I have an ego. Right? You get it. And something came down and told me and said, "Hey, you know, just be a servant. You don't have to forgive now. All you have to do is love and serve, and it'll be okay." I said, "All right, I got you. I know what to do." So I went to the kitchen. I got a big bowl, a big one, filled it full of really warm water, and grabbed a rag. I walked over to my wife. I had her sit down, and I washed her feet. You know how hard it is to be mad or irritated at the person whose feet you were washing? It's impossible. Every little bit of irritation or anger that I had in the moment, completely gone while washing her feet. I didn't. Forgiveness is sometimes an act.
Mhm.
It's something you actually have to go and do, not something you have to make up in your mind. But very much, it could be something you just have to go do. You have to. What's the? We were just talking about this in church the other day. If someone does something wrong to you, feed them. Like if your enemy is hungry, feed them. If they are cold, clothe them. And by doing so, you will rain coals on their head.
Mhm.
My wife ain't my enemy, but
Yeah.
the point stands. Forgiveness could very well be an act.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
And
that's
you know what's
huge.
crazy is
People's hot coals, man.
Mhm.
Like think about that, dude. That's wild.
you know what's crazy is, you know, everyone always references the wives submit to your husbands, right? But
Mhm.
people don't realize that as a man in a marriage, you're supposed to be the leader, right? And we have to look at how Jesus led.
Mhm.
You know, how Jesus was a leader to his disciples. And what did he do? He washed their feet.
Yeah.
You know?
He also served them too.
Yeah.
And
he
guided
served
them.
Yeah. So we
And
have to
prayed for them. And prayed for them. That's the thing.
Yeah, well,
Like my wife now is a Christian, And I remember this was, I don't even know, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago at this point. Like I was just praying. We had him on the podcast a long time ago. Remember Preston, the MMA pastor?
Yep.
All right. So like my wife just started praying with me over our food. You know what I mean? That was her first like, dip into it. And then afterwards I was just praying for her. And I spoke to Preston. He was like, "Well, it sounds like she's seeking, so just pray for her." And that's all I did. If she had any questions, I answered them to the best of my knowledge. If I couldn't, I would try to find, the right answer for her. And then one day she was like, "I want to read the Bible." I was like, "Cool." So I got the Bible on her phone, and she read the Bible. She's read the Bible from front to back more times than I have.
That's hard to do front to back.
It really is.
Front to back is hard to do.
Yeah. But
like
she's done it like 3 or 4 times. She does it every single year. You know what I mean? And all I did was pray for her. And I share that with my parents, because my dad's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. My mom's like, crystals and stuff. So I share that with them. You know what I mean? I told them, I was like, all I did was pray for her. And it worked.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. It's the Bible says that with faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains.
Yep.
Actually, funny enough about that verse, a lot of translations do not have 21 in it, because that's Matthew, I think 7:20, right? But then it extends out to 21, and funny enough, I found out that most Bibles nowadays do not have it. I've looked at four Bibles, 3 different translations, right? And they do not say it. I haven't looked at my Bible from the 1800s to see if it says it, but it takes out verse 21 where it says, "This only comes through prayer and fasting." They took that out, and you can see like in my Bible, if I pull up Matthew 7:20 right here, let's see, where is it? I think it's 7:20. Yeah. Let's see. Or maybe not 7:20. Where is it? I just saw it not too long ago. I'll have to find it. But it let's see. But it says like 21, but it doesn't say anything on there.
Yeah, I've seen that one, man. Which we should get back to that, man. When we were fasting at the beginning.
17:20. My bad, 17:20. Because 20 says, "Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." But 21 is not there. And that's supposed to say, "But this comes only through prayer and fasting."
Why would they take that out? It's very sure. Is that NIV?
NIV, CEB, only one that has it is certain KJVs. I found it in one KJV. But yeah, like a lot of them do not have it. I mean, even if you go onto the Bible app, KJV is like the only one that you'll find it on.
Interesting.
Yeah. 17:21. I think KJV, but I looked at NIV, CEB. Let me see. I'm pulling it up right here.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, CEV.
I wonder what the deal with that is.
Well,
I've seen
if Satan, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
If Satan was trying to do things to skew you away from God, fasting is one of the most powerful ways to get close to God.
Yep.
And the easiest fasts that I've had, so I did fasts in the past, but it was never a prayer fast. The last two that I've done was 24-hour one, me and my wife did. And then the one before that was a 4-day fast. And I did a prayer fast, and that made it so much easier.
Yeah, the last one I did, I was walking around working, like just talking and praying to God while I was going to get like equipment and stuff like that. And as I'm walking from one place to another to go get equipment, I was just sitting there talking to God and praying to God, you know, the last one I did.
Austin, I have another one for you.
What's that?
Mark chapter 9, verse 29. In the
You said Mark chapter 9, verse 29?
9 verse 29 says, so there's controversy. A lot of people don't like the NIV. But this one says, he replied, they're talking about the casting out a demon from a possessed boy. And the disciples asked Jesus, why couldn't we drive out the demon? And Jesus says, this kind can only come out only by prayer. And
it's supposed to say prayer and fasting.
In the New King James Version, it says by prayer and fasting. So
yeah,
by prayer and fasting. But fasting is very powerful, man. Like, man, it really brings you down. It so our entire sufficiency, like we rely on Christ for everything, right? Seek first the kingdom, and all these things will be added unto you, right? Don't worry about, be anxious for nothing, but in prayer, supplication, right? Ask, and so really I don't know how to put it, but it really just you really get so in tune with God, and he fasted 40 days before he kicked off the ministry of that saved the world, right? So yeah, very powerful. And I think I don't think as many believers are fasting but it's
not,
you know what I mean, as we should. That's why it was so
really
cool,
not spoken of it in churches anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really not. I've never I don't know if Pastor Dave's church had ever preached it, but when we were younger, I was also a knucklehead, so I really wasn't paying attention anyway. You know what I mean? But I don't know, all the other churches that I've attended, they've never had a fasting sermon ever. And it's one of the most important things you could do.
We have 2 a year because there's the feast, the spring and fall feast type of thing.
You know what's crazy is when I'm fasting and I go to work and everything, right? And I go into our shop and I talk to people. I'm very open in my work about my beliefs and my religions and stuff. But when there's people in there that I haven't talking to about it before, and I'm telling oh yeah, I'm fasting, or they're like, oh, what are you gonna grab for lunch? I can't eat today, I'm fasting, whatever it is. And they ask me why, and I say, oh, it's a religious fast, doing it for religious reasons. And they're like, I've gotten multiple people ask me if I'm Muslim.
Yeah, Ramadan.
Yeah, I've gotten multiple people ask me if I'm Muslim, or all these different things, and I'm like, no, I'm a Christian. And they're like, Christians don't fast.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm like, the Bible calls for us to fast.
Yeah.
Biblically, we're supposed to fast. It's
not a
choice. It's a requirement.
Not a choice.
Yeah. It's a requirement. And there's some people in there that even go to church and they're like, I didn't know that. I said, read your Bible and you'll see. Go into Matthew. Matthew talks about fasting. Mark talks about fasting. I believe Mark does. But, a lot of the Gospels talk about fasting.
You know what fasting also does for you?
It's got a lot of health benefits.
Prevents cancer.
Yeah.
It allows your body to kill cancer cells on its own.
I do a 3 or 4 day, depending on the month. And, when I do it every month now, we started one, me, Josh, and Dimitri started one back in the beginning of the year. And I've been doing one every month since then.
Yeah, man. We've been
So
trying to get this.
I do a January like light fast where I only do whole foods and water. No coffee, no energy drinks, no alcohol, no nothing. And then the last 3 days of it, I'll just do nothing but water, like not even bone broth. My wife does the bone broth thing because it's pretty healthy, and but she fasts more than I do. Like she does it like every month to 6 weeks type of thing. So
Wow.
and then she'll do like
That's
a 26,
awesome.
maybe a 36-hour fast. But I at least do the month long thing in January. I start my year off clean, and then end the month with like a solid 3 days of nothing but water and food.
No. You know, I remember when I started fasting. Actually, I bought my house back in 2023, right? And it was the end of 2023, and there was some stuff that was going on to where it was kind of like I didn't know if we were gonna get the house or not.
Mm-hmm.
It was like some stuff had gone on with paperwork, and I wasn't sure if we were gonna get it or not. Just like down payment, everything was just kind of like crashing down between us because of the way, because of like all the fees and everything. Like you can't have it out of your bank account. Like it has to come from your bank account, and it has to show that it's actual money and blah 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 and this and that. And I had an issue to where I had a lot of cash for this that I could put into it, and it wasn't gonna work. And I was just like, I'm not gonna be able to get the house, and I was freaking out about it. And I just that day I decided like I'm gonna do a 24-hour fast, and I did a 24-hour fast, and I just started praying, you know. And at the end of that 24-hour fast, I got the call saying everything was good to go. I found out everything was going to go through with the down payment. Everything was going to work out. And then it was like 2 weeks later. We were getting ready to close. I was getting ready to go on my way to sign the paperwork the next day. And I was like, just to be sure, I'm going to do another 24-hour fast. And we were supposed to sign at 5 o'clock, right? And so I had started my fast at 5 o'clock because I was like, after I sign, me and the old lady were going out to eat to celebrate, right? Well, the dude that
coming.
well, the dude from the title company was 3 hours late. So 5 o'clock ended up turning to 8 o'clock, and then I had to sign everything. So it ended up being like 9 o'clock. I ended up getting home at like 9:30. And I was starving, dude. I was straight because all I was thinking about was that food I'm gonna eat when I buy the house, you know. But yeah, that was when I started fasting then, and then I didn't do anything big until these guys had called me up to do a 4-day with them.
4-day?
Yeah, 4-day.
Oh my god, dude! Day 3 is miserable for me. I don't know if I could do 4.
Yeah.
After the third day, it gets better. Fourth day is a lot easier because you're in like full blown ketosis. Yep. The thing you have to do is you got to make sure you have enough salt. So if you're going electrolytes or get like a Celtic salt or a Himalayan salt, but like you got to salt your water, dude, because like you don't realize how much salt you have in your food every single day, and now that's not coming in. That's when you start getting the headaches. You'll get like the heart palpitations and stuff like that. One of the reasons why the bone broth is so good during fasting because it has a lot of electrolytes in it.
Yes. So my wife is actually sponsored by Element electrolytes. So
lucky. Dude, the mango chili. Oh my god.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
What? This is
Chamoy tahine.
So I actually gave him a bunch of like Element packets because
I love them. They're just expensive.
You know, they make they have a chocolate caramel one that I add to my coffee in the mornings. So I get my coffee and my electrolytes, like my little dirty start of the day.
So when you were talking about how the third day is like the worst for you,
for me,
the third day for me is actually the easiest. The fourth day for me is actually the worst because I start thinking about all like that is always the time when like all like the food TikToks start coming on, like I've never once seen a TikTok for a great restaurant in my area, right? Until I was doing a 4-day fast, and then it was like,
Exactly.
this is a great taco shop. This is the best taco shop in Maryland. And it's like 15 minutes from me. It's like this this is the best pizza place, and I'm like looking at this stuff, and it's like, that sounds amazing, you know. And then there was one dude. I almost broke it right there. It was a Korean barbecue sub shop, and yeah, it had like bulgogi, you know, like all this stuff, like on like a cheesesteak. It was like a cheesesteak, a bulgogi cheesesteak, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. And I'm sitting there at like 4 hours left on my 4-day fast, and I'm like I'm losing it at this point, you know. I was like, this is really not okay.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I felt like it was a personal attack, you know, from the enemy.
Well, TikTok saw you looked hungry from your front camera and was like, let's give this guy some food.
Yeah. Well, one thing that's also crazy, not a lot of people like, you know, talk about with the fasting is, you know, it says in the Bible about fasting, and especially in Matthew, is to wash your face with oil, and to basically really only you and God should be, you know, involved with that. And this should be like a kind of like a thing between you and God. Yeah, private. And so like you'll see all the people that go around, and they gotta like make everyone know that they're suffering. And you know, the Bible, which I did, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not guilty of. I've definitely done it, you know. But then I read that, and it really hit me, was like, no, I need to sit there and start making it known that, like, you know, this is a private thing between me and God when I'm doing it, and just kind of dive into prayer. You know, there was a couple times I only told my wife I was doing it, so she didn't make any dinner, you know, for me or anything like that.
Someone told me there's a gentleman at church. Well, you know, the Bible says that the Pharisees would. It says they would like disfigure their faces, right, to make it known, let everyone know. And basically, he was like, well, you know, they have their reward. Like, they wanted the acclaim and the notoriety. Like, hey, look, I'm fasting. Look how perfect and great I am.
Look, I'm walking down the street on a Saturday.
Whitewashed tombs. And so, the brood of vipers. But anyway, so they, yeah. So, one of the gentlemen at church, he's pretty cool. He always says, like, if he's fasting, you know, he'll always just say like, hey, I'm gonna eat later, which, you know, he's not lying. He will eat later.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, no, I'm not hungry. Like, you know, just. But that's cool though, man. Like, and it is. I don't know. I try to do it like on the Jewish feast. They have like the fasting starts like at sunset. Till the next day. I think Rosh Hashanah, maybe Yom Kippur, but yeah. Anyway,
have you guys heard about the? Have you guys ever heard of the Feast of Trumpets?
Feast of Trumpets.
Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah. So it's so if you know in Revelations, you know how well, basically, you know, the Bible says that you will not know the day or the hour of which, you know, it, like the rapture will happen. And well, there's this thing that has been going around to where everyone is saying they decoded it, and it's the Feast of Trumpets, because it's the only feast that no one knows when it's going to start until it starts, basically. And because it's called the Feast of Trumpets, and yeah,
at the blow of the trumpet, then then the dead in Christ are raised first.
Yeah.
Right?
So everyone is like swearing that the rapture is going to happen between September, I think it's like September 20th to September 23rd, because some point in between there is the Feast of Trumpets this year.
I think they didn't know they wouldn't have known the start because they follow the lunar calendar, and if it was like cloudy or whatever, they wouldn't have known which day it was supposed to start. because I think it's supposed to start on a new moon or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe, and the same thing with the trumpet. Apparently, they didn't, so they wouldn't know when specifically to blow the trumpet. So not only do they not know which day the feast starts, they don't know what hour it begins either. So when the Bible says you don't know the day or the hour, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
oh, they're black and white, clear as crystal.
Yeah, and so that's why a lot of people are sitting there swearing that the rapture is going to happen on the Feast of
Dude.
Trumpets.
If we knew it was gonna happen, man, like how differently, like, would you be acting? Like, how would you be living out
Yeah.
this last 30 days or so?
Well,
We don't know.
Saying
any
I'm
more
sorry.
about the end- We don't know any more about the end of the world, like how it's
Exactly.
actually gonna go down, than we do the beginning of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
The thing is, we said
Again-
the Bible says we should be living as if it could happen at any moment.
Exactly. I was talking with that guy today, and that's one of the things we also talked about was because we were talking about 401ks and Roth IRAs and stuff like that. He was like, well, if all it's real and, if Jesus is coming back, then what's the point of doing the Roth IRAs? Because I truly believe that we are in the ends of, the end times. Like, it's coming to a close at some point within this generation, I just believe that's just my belief on it. I'm not going to sit here and say it is this year or next year or the year after that or within the next 10 years, but I do believe it's close. And he was like, well, what's the point of putting money into a Roth IRA and a 401k? And I said, he was like, it could come tomorrow. And I said, yeah, you could die tomorrow. You could win the lottery tomorrow. Anything can happen. It could be 200 years from now if the rapture happens. But you should live every day as if tomorrow is your last day. And that's just as simple as that. So if I'm going to live my life to where tomorrow is the rapture, every day to me tomorrow is the rapture, then that's gonna force me to be closer with God every day. It's going to make me want to be in good graces and follow him every day. But I could die tomorrow. It doesn't matter about the rapture. It doesn't matter about end times. It doesn't matter about any of that. I could just die. I could get hit by a truck driving on the road and die. And it'd be the same result for me. That would be the end of my time, and I'd be facing my judgment.
So you need life insurance.
So.
What'd you say?
Yeah, you got.
So you need good life insurance.
Yeah. I wonder if there is a rapture coverage.
Yeah.
What would that be for?
Bro, that would fall. They're gonna say it's aliens. They'd have to fall under extraterrestrial insurance. Like, you got abducted. Like, a loved one has been abducted. Like,
Hey, do y'all know who? Speaking of aliens, do y'all know who Zachariah Stitchin is?
Oh, it sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's the dude that thinks that the pyramids were built by aliens, and the pyramids are actually recharging stations for their shuttles or ships or where you want
Oh
to call
yeah, like they were like these, not batteries, but like
essentially
sources of energy, and they're like they did like a, well, not sonar, but like there's like coils under the pyramid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, have y'all ever looked at the LiDAR images of Africa?
No. That sounds interesting.
Google up the
Josh, you
LiDAR
pull it up.
images of Africa, and what it shows is this complex, very symmetrical grid of like roads and aquifers and things like that predate written history, so like pre 4000 BC.
It's supposed to be like a complex network of like what? Like a road system or
road systems, irrigation. So it looks like a typical LiDAR image.
what was that? Was it this one?
No. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. LiDAR.
Isn't Africa where they said they found Atlantis?
That's a good question. I thought Oh, Atlantis was off of like the Philippines or something.
I believe
Crap!
you're
If I ever come across the article I read with images, I'll have to send it to y'all.
But you know what? It's interesting because you have these pyramids and like all of these ancient civilizations had pyramids and they were like mathematically precise,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them have like almost like they borrowed like the way they built the pyramids, like the structural engineering and like the patterns and designs. It's almost like the cultures borrowed them from each other.
Yeah.
There's like, remember that pyramid? I think it was in, I forget. It was like a Mayan city that had a combination of all of the of like all the Mesoamerican tribes and stuff. Very interesting, man.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. I have to work. It was a pleasure going to church again.
Yes, sir.
Tyler, thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, I gotta get off too because I got work. I got work too.
Yeah.
I have to work too at 5.
Yeah.
I gotta babysit tomorrow.
Mm.
I literally have to babysit construction workers tomorrow. That's
Oh.
literally my day. I'm gonna sit on my phone. I'm gonna sit on a bucket while playing on my phone, and make sure that construction workers do their job. Whatever.
Sounds like a hoot.
But
I'm gonna deal with it. Retail customers and the ATF.
Tyler, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, Big River Ballistics on Instagram, Facebook, and the interwebs, and then Synergy Shooting Solutions or Synergy Training Group. I always forget that I rebrand sometimes. Yeah, Synergy Training Group.
And check out synergyshooting.com/POM.
Yeah.
POM, POM.
Go get some
And
spices.
tell your palm guys to make sure my order gets here pretty snappy.
Oh, I've already got the email alert saying you ordered it.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe
Awesome.
one day I'll go and see how many things I've sold.
Well, make it snappy, all right? Make sure they get it to me.
I'll text Alex.
I'm checking my tracking order right now. If I don't see it's on the way. All right.
Midnight 30 on a Saturday morning of Labor Day weekend. Where's my package at?
I didn't do overnight shipping, but I want it overnight.
It was Labor Day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again, guys. I sure appreciate
Tyler,
it.
it was a pleasure.
All right, everybody.
I had
Thank
a
you.
blast. That was a good one.
Good night, y'all.
All righty.
Good night.
See you guys next week.
Where's the outro?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
It's not playing. It's not playing. Oh.